Today's sponsor of the Vision Quest podcast is 920 Hat Company. Leather patch hats are in, and 920 Hat Company is here to hook you up with your very own custom hat. All patches are lasered on top-grade genuine leather and on popular brand hats like Richardson and FlexFit. Whether you're looking to show off your business or want a one-of-a-kind hat for yourself, 920 Hat Company can do it all. All the hats are handcrafted right in the Fox Valley, but worn across America. With over 500 hats in stock, they guarantee fast turnaround times. Honestly, Liam, looking at these hats, solid, right?
Yeah, they're pretty. I like them.
I like that patch itself.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, one-of-a-kind stuff. I know his name's Trevor. He does great work. He's actually gotten I think we got a knit hat coming.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we got that coming. So we're really excited to have these guys on board as a sponsor. So get down to check them out on Facebook. I believe they're on Instagram. Check them out, man. They got the best hats, I think, in the Fox Valley, if not in the state.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So get down to 920 Hat Company on social media and check them out. All right, man. We're live. Sorry, guys. We're late. I think I probably outdid Teague on lateness on this one. So I had to work a little late, guys. I apologize. It's been a test. So I haven't been able to sit down and test all this out. Like Zach probably had this done. What we're about to show you guys. Zach had this done probably yesterday.
Yeah, well, earlier today, yeah.
Earlier today, yeah. Right? And I had to work. So my work went just a tad late. So just being able to present this to you guys was something I was working on. So we wanted to make sure we got this somewhat correct because we're going to go through all of them. We're going to go through girls and we're going to go through boys. Okay, we're not excluding anyone. So the first round that we're going to do, it's going to be girls all the way from lightweight to heavyweight. And we're going to go D3, lightweight to heavyweight. Some of the stuff we're going to speed through, guys. I mean, there's a couple of weights here and there that either we don't know a ton about, which it's not going to be a lot, but I mean, I haven't been able to see a lot of these girls wrestle all year. So the girls are going to be the bigger struggle for me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them, just haven't been able to see them wrestle. Right?
Yeah.
So just going to kind of base a lot off of feeling and off of numbers facts that we have here. So the rankings in the brackets that we're about to show you are all combined. So Zach did the work of putting down their record, it looks like.
Yeah.
As well as their name, where they're from, and what they're ranked in Wisconsin Grappler.
Yes, not what their seed is.
At the WisconsinGrappler.com. Not what their seed is.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So but is there a way to look at this and see where do you have them where they're seated?
This is
in the bracket.
Yeah, this is exactly how the bracket is.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're going to see, folks, when we present this, that you're going to be able to see like certain ones are, ranked pretty well.
Yeah.
But seated, not so great.
Right.
You know? So if you guys have questions, put them up in the comments as far as, what types of things. I'll put them up for Zach so that way he can see them, hopefully. Right, Zach?
Yeah, I can see them.
I'll read them out loud so that way you get them. But if you have questions, guys, we'll get them in. So without further ado, let's present the girls. We'll get this going here. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, folks, I don't know if you can read it fully because I tried to get it as big as I could here as far as what I'm dealing with. So I didn't have a ton of time to work with this.
It looks fine.
Yeah. I know. I get it. Yeah. But okay, so just me looking at it with bad eyes. On the top half, we have number 1, Brooke Corrigan from De Pere.
Yeah.
Well-known name. Always been pretty impressive to me as far as, especially the young girls coming up because she wrestled a lot.
Oh yeah,
it's Corrigan.
Yeah, she usually wrestles the boys' schedule.
Yes,
and this year I think she was hurt most of the year, so she didn't get to wrestle. Like she's only had 7 matches all year.
Tough.
Yeah,
she's on the top half. We got Sidonia Roman. Is that how you pronounce that?
I think so. You're
Okay.
You know how I am with that.
So. And then that's she's 14 and 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Catherine Cook and Freedom, 37 and 4. I'm just breezing through names here, folks. If you can't see them, tell me. But I'm breezing through them. If you want me to read through them, I'll read through them all the way through. But I'm only looking at the ones that I'm going to comment on right now.
Yeah.
Cassie O'Connell. I haven't been able to watch her wrestle a lot yet.
Yeah, she's a real tough freshman.
Who's the one?
Obviously Brooke.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Again,
if you look at this, the top
Yep.
is going to be 1. The bottom, Cassie O'Connell's the 4th seed.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 3, Catherine Cook
Yep.
is the 3rd
And then
seed.
the 2 seed
And then
is
the 2 is Albrecht.
So you're pretty close, man.
Yeah, I mean the seeds are for the top 4 are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sure.
it's just the other ones are pretty crazy, but
It is a little crazy.
yeah, I mean they got Bryn Engel as the 6th seed, and she's my 5th rank, but
yeah,
top 5 are pretty
That's close.
obvious in this weight who are the top 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they aren't the top 5 by the end of the tournament, I would be shocked because the top 5 in this age or in this weight is pretty separated from the rest of the field.
Gotcha. So I honestly, I would look for bracket busters, I guess, so to say, in that 5 and 6 area.
Yeah.
I think 1 through 4 is going to hold pretty solid. I think. Don't yell at me, guys. Don't yell at me at the tournament, please. But I'm basic because again, I haven't been able to watch a lot of these girls wrestle all year. I've seen a couple of highlights here and there, and they all look good, right? I mean, the competition that these girls have is so closely knit together as far as, how often they get to see each other. Number one at tournaments, but training.
Yeah.
A lot of these girls know each other and they work together a lot. So these records aren't very far off,
right?
As far as how tight everything is. Because, there's some separation. There's a couple of girls maybe that do some different tournaments or go to a couple more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think Cassie O'Connell's only loss is to Catherine Cook, who she's also beat. So it's like
that's crazy.
Yeah, like they just always seem to go back and forth. Oh yeah, that's a really good one to start with.
So that is the G100, the girls 100. I like the graphics. I like what you did.
Thanks.
That pink.
Yeah,
that's nice.
My wife, she knows what the hell she's done. Right. Thank God. I would just put them in a list on a notes.
So we're gonna break off of those guys. So we basically kind of said what we thought on that as far as the top 4. I think maybe a toss up between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Right. Or 3. I'm sorry, 3 and 6.
Yeah.
No, 3 and 4. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I mean
no 3 and 4. Because like you said, the record.
Yeah.
Her only loss is Catherine Cook.
Right.
So that could be the toss up.
She's definitely gonna be a good match for Brooke in the semis.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Those 2 semis will be really good.
That's going to be a good round.
Yeah.
Excited to see what the results are for that. So next up is the girls 107. Very odd to kind of go through some of these weights and just the weight, the weight size that they are. I think that Lily Baker got the number 1 seed, huh?
Well, she's 1-1 with Ava Gardner. And her 2 other losses are out of state. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, so she had a really good season so far.
Where do Freedom girls go to?
Everywhere. They go to every tournament. Like they're at the Northern Badger. They're at the Queen. I don't know if they're at the Queen of the Man or not, but they go to a lot of tournaments.
I figured you would know that a little bit.
Yeah, I live there. So yeah, they go to a lot of tournaments. But the thing is, like girls, they only have 1 or 2 big tournaments, and it's like they all go to them, so they just see each other all year. So it's just very crazy to see
because these records as well.
Oh yeah,
like look how close all those are. 34 and 5. Is that Caddy?
Yeah,
Caddy Simpson.
Yeah,
I
think I don't know. Like I said, I'm the worst at this. So like,
but then you got 30 and 6, Elaine Hay. How again? Maybe the schedules are different. Look how close that is. Right?
Yeah, she just came down from 114 as well.
Really?
So, yeah. So
okay,
she's a little underranked probably for even where I have her. Like they have her at the 6th seed.
Okay.
So
yep.
That's probably pretty close.
Alexa Thomas is not someone that I've been able to watch wrestle.
Okay, she's really good youth wrestler. She's obviously she's only lost 2 as a freshman.
She's a freshman.
And Badger goes everywhere. So yeah, Badger goes to every tournament too. Like all of them do. All the top teams are at everything.
Yeah,
like it's so different from boys. You know
how close all these records are to each other as far as. It's not to say that boys don't have the same thing, but it's a little few and far between with the guys. You know what I'm saying? There's some, but here everything is so close. So this is, man, I'm excited to see this bracket.
Oh yeah, I mean I think we'll get the rubber match between Ava and Lily, and I don't know why I have them both as number 2, but Ava was the number 1 because she had beat her last. But,
way to go!
Yeah,
so
I messed that up.
You can yell at them on here, folks, if you want.
Yeah, please. I like to be yelled at. Really enjoy it.
So I don't know. I'm pulling for Ava.
Yeah, I mean,
and everybody's gonna say that's a popular thing to do, but I've been watching her again forever too. You know, like, and a lot of these girls, again, this is gonna be tight.
Yeah, I mean the semi with Alexa and Ava will be a good one as well. So. Yeah, and then I think Lily gets it done.
Oh man, another good bracket.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're only gonna get better because these younger girls. The 8th grade class is probably one of the best that's coming in.
Is this a big young class? Like as far as just this? Yeah, are we graduating a lot of seniors or?
I mean, this is like kind of the first.
For girls?
Yeah, this is kind of like the first year that they actually had. It
was like Brooks' senior, didn't she?
Corrigan, yeah.
No, Corrigan and Hoffman.
Yeah, no, Hoffman's only a sophomore.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's trying to get out of the first period in her career still, so I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's some disparity there.
Oh yeah.
But we'll get to that one later. So that's bigger weights. But girls 107 looks tight. I'm pulling Ava, right? Again, everybody's gonna it's because it's popular, but this is so close that I want to call it that way because that's my ace in the hole.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's so much competition. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So pulling for Ava.
Yeah.
So we'll get the other ones pulled up. But I do. So far, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I know going further, it gets better too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, and like I said, the youth movement is coming. Like these 8th grade girls are.
Yeah.
Just like this freshman class, there's a lot of good ones, and then.
Okay, 114 girls 114. So we'll give you guys a peek. See here. So.
Obviously, you got Taylor.
Why don't I do this here? I can zoom in and then we'll scroll. How's that, folks? Oh, yeah.
There we go.
So we'll go back over those lighter weights in a little bit. I gotta move away from that. There we go. Okay. So, Taylor, this is a bracket that I've been wanting to see how this is going to pan out with this weight.
Yeah.
So, Taylor Whiting up on top. Let's see. Kylie Krasuski. I get the R in there because we started saying it last night.
Yeah.
I've seen her wrestle a couple times. She's pretty good.
Yeah, she is. I believe she placed as a freshman. She only qualified last year, but she's might have been up a weight because Nina had some.
It's a good progression. That's a strong team, though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I Taylor's undefeated. I mean,
yeah.
There's.
Well, she's in the same half as the only other undefeated person, the freshman, Cody from Princeton Green Lake.
So
that'll be a good semi, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably the final in the semi. In the semis, you know. But,
yeah. Yeah, Cody. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't put the tags on here. I probably should have. I mean, Izzy
Sonnentag.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at that. Wow. Good job, girls.
Yeah.
Good. I'm really impressed. Like these, and now hearing from you that a lot of the top teams go to a lot of tournaments.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Definitely not shying away from competition.
That's really cool to see. And I can appreciate the work that they put in. So that's high five to those girls.
Yeah, there's a lot of great records.
Man.
For as much competition as they have all year.
I'm so glad I'm not trying to call everybody on each way. This is wow. This is impressive.
Yeah, I think we're going to have Taylor and Izzy in the finals, and I think Taylor just gets it done because it's just what she's always done.
Who do you think's a dark horse here, though?
I mean, Brooke Williamson. She's had a pretty good year.
Okay.
I also like.
Are there like when you watch some of these guys? Obviously, there's different styles, but is there a large contrast? I mean, do you see people switching things up because they're used to freestyle, right? Now they're going to go to folk style. So, do you see a difference in how some of them wrestle?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the people that only work on freestyle because their bottom game is a little rough. You know? So they're used to like getting brought up.
Sure.
Like, what the hell? I gotta get away. You know. So, you can definitely tell the ones that are gearing more towards college. You know, but if they're good on their feet, they're good on their feet. Doesn't matter if it's freestyle or what it is. You know, so
that is really cool.
Yeah,
man.
So like I said, I think Taylor and Izzy in the final, and I think the freshman has to settle for third. Just
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, I just can't pick against Taylor until I see it happen. You know, I mean, she only has one loss in high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Man, that's impressive. Good job, girls. So you can kind of hear our picks already on this, but there's so much competition that it would be hard to call the rest.
Yeah.
You know, it's wow. Okay. All right. Well, enough drilling over records here. Let's get to the next weight. So again, sorry folks, we started late. My work wasn't awesome. So we got girls 120. Now I definitely know a couple of names in this one.
Yeah.
Sure. And I think a lot of times too, when you take a look at the seeds versus your rankings, I mean, so far it's been, almost perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Almost. So that alone tells you about rankings, right? That when it comes to the information you put into it as far as what you count towards things,
right?
You know, it matters.
Yeah.
So
this one's almost chalk. Like it's 1 and 9, 4 and 5, 3 and 6, 7 and 2. Like that's the only one that's missing is the 8. So or the 3 and 8, not 3. So the only one that's missing is the 6.
Yep. So we got Angie on the top half with MJ. I think obviously you're looking at 23 and all, right?
Right. Well, MJ's on the bottom, so like this the way I have it set up, the top is only on the left, and then the bottom. Yeah. So. Sorry.
That's all right.
So that I mean, as far as first round matches go, like that Giselle Von Bake or whatever from Marinette and Bailing, that'll be a very good first round match.
Yeah.
At 9 and 10 ranked, you know, like that could go either way. But Bayport wrestles a pretty tough schedule. I mean, those 9 losses, but they're all up to pretty stiff competition. But I mean, you got to go with Angie and Albrecht. I mean, Albrecht, she's beat MJ. I don't know. That's a tough one. MJ and Albrecht will be really close, but I just think that Angie's too good.
She practices with Taylor a lot. So
I mean,
that's man. Huh. Yeah, Angie's a lock there for sure.
Yeah. And Rosemary Triggs could beat Caitlin Whittier. That'd be a good one. Caitlin.
Yeah. Huh.
Caitlin just came down to 20.
Really?
Yeah.
So
or maybe she went up actually.
That's stuff I don't know.
Yeah, she went up actually. She was 14.
72.
Kid Alsacker's a really tough freshman, so we'll see how she does in her first time down.
I'm going to give Mary Prescott a chance.
Yeah. I mean, 47-2.
47-2, I like that.
Yeah.
Number 8. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that 47-2.
Yeah, this is probably the toughest weight so far as like...
Mary Prescott, you've got my vote. From Hudson, 47-2.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't put the grades on here.
Go take it to Angie. Just go take it to the whole tournament. I got you.
She's going to need to, because this is a meat grinder of a bracket here.
I was going to say,
There's not going to be too many easy matches in this bracket.
Not going to count MJ out.
No way.
But 47-2.
Yeah.
Who are her losses to?
To MJ?
No, Mary Prescott.
I don't know. If only there was a website for that.
What? The Wisconsin Grappler. So I'm really excited. Actually, now I'm going to see if there's a way that I can tune this stuff in. If anybody has a link or knowledge of, do you know what website it is for Zach by chance? What website to watch state at?
It's the NFHS.
It's the NFHS because they're not doing it through what's it called anymore? Bally Sports.
Yeah, they're not doing that anymore. Though.
Did that end a while ago, and I'm just dumb.
I think it's only been 1 year. I think last year was the first, maybe 2. I don't know.
This is a good bracket too. I just want to know who Mary Prescott lost to.
She lost to Charlie Raymond by fall, who's a Simile girl.
Okay.
And MJ Newman.
No.
Yeah. By fall. So
when? How quick?
I don't have all that. Like I know it's a piece.
You should really put that in there.
Piece of crap. This website's horrible.
Just knock my bottle. It's fine. It's fine. This show's a wreck. Started late.
Who cares?
Don't know how to present things properly.
We got good information. We're gonna go over it. So.
Jeez. Whittier still looks good. But we've kind of given some of our thoughts on it, so I think we're gonna move on, right? Girls 120, that's what it is. I'm obviously gonna pull Angie, but I'm still calling Mary Prescott for number 2.
Yeah, I mean anything can happen. It's state, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. We got this one. Go right to the next one. And I'll zoom it in right away and spare people the eyesore enough. And we'll go to there. Oh.
Maddie and Taya will be a fun one to watch, that's for sure.
Let's go ahead and present that. See that, folks? So this is 126. Maddie Peach on top. Oh, surprise there. 37. It's hard to go against that.
Yeah. She's probably 2-timer already, right?
Yeah. Natalie.
Sleznikau, or however you say that.
Sleznikau. I think we're saying it right.
Yeah, I hope so.
Anyway,
sorry if I butcher your names. I'm from the South originally.
We're pretty close. 32-0. Man.
She was like getting beat at the Warrior Classic or whatever it's called now. Yeah. That used to be the JV state that they did the girls state with. Mm-hmm. She was getting beat by like 12-0 or something like that. Crazy going to the third.
Yeah.
She put in legs and turned her like 4 times. It was crazy. It was so nuts. Like I was like, oh my gosh, she's up 12-0. Like how's she kind of come back? And then just she's the beast on top. But I'm not trying to give anything away, Erica, but I'm sure people know already.
Make sure I don't have any text messages and stuff here quick. But yeah, I think this is pretty close too, the way you got this one called too. Nice, dude.
Mm.
Good job.
At least I'm I don't know what happened with the boys, because my ranks are not what the boys' seeds are. We'll see that. Jeez.
Then we're just gonna crap all over your theory.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about with the boys. I should probably just stick to the girls.
Yeah, just maybe pick up on the middle school rankings.
Elementary, I mean, I can do elementary.
Willie's doing it.
There you go.
You know, there must be some kind of justification behind it.
Yeah.
So okay, so we got the top half. I'm going with the seeds on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 3 will probably get into the final though. Delia Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she'll take out Clevetter in the semis, and it'll be a 1-2 match with Peach and Delia. But okay. I mean, Maddie has a pretty tough road for a returning champ, like to have Taya in the quarter, and then get Erica in the semi. She's gonna be battle tested. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the seeds. I like the seeds in this one. That's good. All right, so that's 126.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie, good good luck, and I'm sure we'll be saying congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Just keep on fighting, man. I'm excited to see what she does.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Okay. So that was a good 126. So how long did it take you to do like each graphic?
Well, starting out, it was a little bit rough, but it got better by the end. I think I did all the D3 this morning in about 5 hours. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And we will present 132. Girls 132 right there.
That's it.
I'll be honest with you.
Horrible quarter. Chesney and Lily in the quarters, they've already wrestled.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 weeks. And I can't stand that, how they put the same sectional. I know it's supposed to be seeds, but come on.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be wrestling that early.
Yeah. I don't know if I like. This is a crazy seed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got Lily.
Especially according to your rankings.
Well, you got Lily, who just got pinned 2 weeks ago by Chesney at regional, and then she came back since I don't do rankings after sectionals, like let's let them settle it. That's the way I feel like. But this is all based off after regional results, so nothing that happened at sectionals goes into my rankings. So if I redid it, obviously, then I would have Lily back at 1 because she pinned her after she got pinned. But
so I'm gonna write down this here. I like this.
Yeah. I mean, Frankie Groom is going to be a tough one for her too.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
what else?
Yeah, I think of the lower seeds, I think that Stella Pettit from Freedom.
I'm talking about Amelia Poplowski.
Yeah,
everybody. I like it. I like how she wrestles.
Yeah,
big fan. I was able to see a couple. Just someone had some videos up of her wrestling. So, but it's nice to.
It's pretty physical as far as girls go too.
Yes, and that's the one thing that I do like is even with guys.
Yeah.
With the boys wrestling, I like a physical wrestling, like a match. But interesting. I haven't been able to see a lot of these guys wrestle otherwise.
Yeah.
Medford area, like it just but none of that goes up on anything. Nobody puts anything up.
Yeah.
Huh. So girls 132. I'm looking at Lily Banks. Most likely, anyways. You know, I've known Lily forever. I've seen her, coming through, like aviator stuff like that, and then doing the things that she does. She's very athletic, right? She's very physical too. And that's kind of the drug of choice when it comes to girls wrestling is good physical wrestling, and she's definitely does that. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna go Lily and Haley in the final with Lily coming out on top. But,
okay, Haley Fletcher.
Yeah.
Okay.
She did. I mean, the other three, there's 2 or 3 girls that can beat her.
Yeah,
but they're all on the other side.
Yeah,
that can beat Haley anyway. I mean, Avery Savage will be a tough one.
That's the other one I was going to mention was Avery. She's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Gage, that was the fun thing with Gage. That's Savage. That's crazy. That's pronounced.
Oh, yeah.
I think we say that every time we talk about him. Gage was always a very difficult to take down wrestler.
Yeah.
Right? Like very resilient. And Avery wrestles similar, but again, very physical.
Yeah.
Right? So that's cool. Yeah, that's where we're at with that. But everybody sees these. Again, a lot of what we're doing is also trying to show rankings versus seedings and, closeness, things like that. So it's not just numbers that are made up and all that. So that kind of thing. But good bracket.
Yeah, and obviously my rankings aren't picking who gets to state.
Right, correct.
Or else I'd have 2 from each sectional, and then you couldn't get in if you were the third one.
Well, it's a gauge to see how crazy things
get
too.
Oh yeah. There's some that some of the best girls didn't even make it out of regional.
Right.
I mean, just some loaded brackets.
Mm-hmm. We had about 5 left here, 6 left, I think. So girls 138. Let me pull this up further. Just trying to, like I said, spare anybody any like eye damaging.
Yeah, I mean this one's pretty easy. You just got to talk about two girls.
Oh, I already see them.
Yeah.
Let's try. There we go. That's better. And we'll present that. We got Carly Keshker up on top. This is girls 138. That's my go-to. I mean,
Riley Hanrahan.
Yeah.
Hanrahan.
Yeah.
That'll be a good final, but I think that Carly probably gets it done again. Like she always.
Yeah,
does.
she usually does, man. I mean, so I think I'm not sure about 100% of the time, but I know she goes down to Iowa.
Oh, does she?
And trains. I'm pretty sure she's down there with Kylie Welker and stuff.
That'd be a pretty good place to train for women, that's for sure.
I'm not even going to say that I saw her in the room, nothing like that, but just knowing the relationship she has with those BAM kids, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's where Carly goes to, right? Was it BAM?
I'm not sure on that.
I think it's BAM, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Is that like Burlington? BAM? I have no clue what BAM is.
No, that's I need to.
Does it stand for badass?
Galley.
Oh, okay.
The Bruce Nazarian Memorial Club.
Okay.
They call it BAM for short. Bruce Nazarian. No, seriously.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
Memorial. There was a guy. I think it was if I remember correctly, was the father of a friend. Right?
Okay.
But he was like totally dedicated to things, and I didn't know the guy personally. But hearing the stories, that he was a pretty cool dude. So I wound up naming it after him. So
that's cool.
But no. I think it's Oli that runs it. I can never remember the correct way to address him. So I just call him Coach.
Okay.
Because he's Coach, man.
Yes.
I remember when we were down at we got that trophy. When we won that trophy for with Wisconsin Iron.
Okay.
I think his son was on the team when we won that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, you guys going down to this?" I was like, "Yeah." What do you got someone? He's like, "Yeah, we can."
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, bring it on.
Right.
So, all right, back to the girls. Girls 138. Like you said, Carly, Riley. The other ones that I do know that I have seen a few matches. Where is it here? Kylie Simpson.
Yeah.
Seen a couple of those. There's another one. No, that's it. A couple highlights here and there, but I don't recognize any of the names from those. But
it seemed like this weight kind of cleared out once they realized once the dust settled and they realized that those two were going there.
Yeah.
I feel like a bunch of people kind of
moved around like a
tad.
Yeah. Hey, happens with the guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's nothing against the girls. Everybody does it.
Not gonna bag on them.
No, not at all.
Gotta be competitive as much as you want.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's 138, folks. That was pretty simple. And honestly, you could say the same thing, obviously, with like whiting and things like that. But there's so much in between. Nothing's gonna happen to whiting, but there's so much in between.
Yeah.
That you get a text.
No, just Teague. Of course, correcting our pronunciation.
Oh yeah.
Sleznick.
Sleznicko.
Yeah.
Sleznicko.
Okay.
Cool.
That's I'm never gonna get that right.
Thanks, Teague.
Sorry.
We'll put that up. See you. Thanks, Teague. Thanks for the help.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a lot of it.
Well, when he puts the sunglasses, because he knows.
Oh, yes.
All right. So let's switch out 138. What's the next weight for girls? What is it?
145.
I was going to guess 44.
No.
Let me get this size right for y'all. There we go. Okay. So we got
Harlow 11 first, second one.
Yeah, 145. Top half, Harlow, Skenanador. Skenanador. No, I'm stupid. I wanted to try to say it fast.
Yeah.
That's all. I want to try it. Ava Armadi.
Yeah.
That, to me, I remember her brother wrestled at Andina.
Yeah. I mean, that's another one. Like, she just beat the 3 seed there at regional or at sectional.
Saying, like, she seemed pretty tough. Like, 11 losses? I didn't realize she had 11 losses.
Well, that's what I'm saying with Nina. Like, they have so many good wrestlers. These girls were wrestling like 2 and 3 weight classes up, and
really,
like, yeah, they were
just
all
to make
over
sure
the
they
place.
got matches.
Yeah,
they weren't enough at one weight class or something.
Yeah, they were all over the place.
Kudos to that girls team, and
yeah, they're doing a really good job. They got the old who is it there now? Maddie Rickshaw.
Oh yeah, yep. Chloe LaRue.
Yeah, she was injured last year, didn't get to wrestle, so I'm surprised that she's where she is, because that is supposed to not be good for your seed, So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how the seeds happen sometimes. Having 2 and 3 in the same quarter is not really ideal.
Yeah.
Then you got Sophia Paulson too. She's had some really good wins this year. Yeah, I don't like that bottom half either.
Yeah.
5, 6, 10, and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. Layla Rizzler.
Rizzler.
I don't know.
The Rizzler.
Yeah.
Now we're being 16.
Yeah. It looks like Rizzler though.
I mean, Rizzler would have the. We're not going to.
Yeah. Sorry.
This is.
I get hung up on things that I don't know.
I do too, but I like have to mentally force myself to stop looking at it.
Yeah.
Stop.
So yeah, I think
Harlow's got that one locked up.
And then,
folks, it's hard to argue an undefeated record, right? And Teague says it is the Rizzler.
Oh my goodness! See,
it is the Rizzler.
I know I was right.
That's pretty cool. She's the Rizzler.
Yeah.
Right.
Guy should be paying her royalties then.
Right? Get on
it.
Yeah. I'm going to. Where are the losses Andrews has from Turner?
Andrews has losses to
Harlow.
I'm not sure about that. I don't think so.
No.
Sydney Andrews has.
Can you beat yourself? Like, is that defensive pin? Is that beating yourself?
I don't think so. I mean, they still held you there.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
She's lost to Chloe LaRue, and and that was 2-3.
Ooh.
And then she also has beat her. So
wow.
Yeah, and then she lost the Olivia Hoffrichter. Paul.
Hoffrichter.
Yeah.
Hoffrichter.
Yeah.
Right. Getting text messages. Make sure it's important though. I can't see what it is, so it's not important. It's not text.
I don't think so.
No. So sometimes information, like you're getting information, I just want to make sure I'm not missing something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not missing anything there at all.
Yeah. I'm going with the freshman.
I like
to make the finals. Yeah, I'm going with Layla.
Yeah.
The Rizzler.
Okay. Yeah.
52-1, man. That's.
I don't know, man. I like the fact that Sydney Andrews is the one that handed Chloe her only loss.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm going with freshman.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. Again, the records, man.
I mean, 52-1 as a freshman is pretty ridiculous too.
Like what?
Yeah. Like I said, with the seeds, you got to use a little bit of common sense. Just because they did well last year and they're coming back from a loss, or all their season was gone.
Yeah.
And they're 10-2. There can't be.
Yeah, but the thing is though too is there are kids that maybe didn't look as strong coming through. They made it, right?
Yeah.
But and then they go into the state tournament and kill it.
Oh yeah.
Like if I had Teague's brain, I'm sure I could come up with someone that did something like that.
Right.
Like, only beat this person by 1 point and then smoke him at the state tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it happens every year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like this bracket, but I don't like the seeds that much.
No.
I'm not a fan.
Seeds could definitely be better.
And someone was mentioning that on the forum. We'll close out at 145. We'll go to the next one here. Someone was mentioning that on the forum about even with the boys,
right?
How some of the seeds are just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there's some really egregious ones.
Right, glaringly egregious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our going for the first 4-timer ever for girls.
Haley?
Yeah.
I think she's going to do it.
She was your wrestler of the year for the girls last year.
That is correct. Yeah. She was. And I'd love to give it to her this year, but we can't do it twice in a row.
Yeah, I know.
So that name was up on the wall.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So 152, folks. Girls 152. Haley Krieger on top. That's my pick to make it and take it. And the rest is up for who's fighting for number 2.
Yeah, I mean, Madeline is close.
I've heard a lot about her. I haven't seen her wrestle.
Yeah, she's pretty decent.
Is it physical? Like, is she physical or is she quick?
I mean, she's a little bit of both. She's not, she's not the most physical, but she's got a little bit of both.
Does she? Okay.
And then that Brindley Vaughn's had a really good year too.
Wild Rose.
Yeah.
I think
that'll be a really good quarter with her and Miller. That's a really, and then I mean,
Wilson's 19-0. What's the deal with that? Why is the light record?
She wrestled mostly with the boys.
Oh.
Yeah, she wrestled us in the duel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't pay attention. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Now, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so she's.
So that did she? I mean, she got wins in the boys, right?
Yeah, but that's not included. I only include the girls.
Just the girls.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
How many wins? Do you know how many wins? Kind of.
I have no clue. I didn't even.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, good for her.
Yeah. So.
It's
definitely going to play a role in
definitely.
This,
Has she ever run in? Well, no, she hasn't. Obviously,
yeah.
Haley Krieger ever.
Right.
So those guys must not get out of town too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think she, like I said, I think she just goes with the boys mostly.
Right.
But she's obviously went to a couple ones, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think you can only get 7 matches up to this point for the girls. Like if you so she had to
going into state.
Yeah, like for the state series, like I'm saying, like for the state series, it would only have 7 matches. In the state series, so. She only wrestled 12 other matches.
Could she technically qualify for the boys' state tournament?
I think this is the last year she could.
Really?
Yeah, the next year it's only girls on girls and boys on boys. Yeah.
I wonder if she would have qualified.
Or maybe it is that you can't go back and forth. Like if you
52.
In Indiana, the number one rank at 106 was a girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it ended up that way, but
nice.
I know she was the number one ranked.
I love that.
Yeah.
I obviously when we were in high school, we made fun of guys by girls, right? But that's impressive.
Yeah.
To keep going and be able to compete like that. Right on. High five.
Yeah.
High five with that.
Yeah.
This is pretty well spelled out as far as top 3.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haley Krieger is going to take it. Again, these records, folks. I don't know why we're not televising more of these matches and tournaments and duels with these girls.
Yeah.
Holy cow. All right. I need to quit my job and buy some equipment and start streaming girls duels. This is holy cow. I really want to start watching some girls duels now.
Yeah.
And obviously they got a couple up on Rockfin. That's all well and good, but it's not enough to get a complete grasp of what's out there.
Yeah.
Who's doing what to who, that kind of thing. Whoo! All right. That was girls 152. Next one.
160.
160. That was a 165. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
13 pounds.
The next one's 20 and then it's 50.
Dang!
Yeah.
That sounds healthy. It sounds like really good weights to have such disparity. That's going to work well.
Yeah.
What do you do?
This one sucks. Having Hooter and
165
and Lainey Vaughn on the same side is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
All 3 of their losses are to each other. They're 3-3 against each other all year. That's the only people they've lost to. So.
Huh. Yeah, that's pretty well spelled out.
Yeah.
But it's not. Look at these records.
Yeah, I mean, the girl from Horicon, did I say that?
Which
the number 9 right there? Rainwald.
Oh, yeah, Horicon.
Yeah. So I think she was a 2-time state champ, and then she didn't even place last year.
What?
I believe that's
true.
And
was it a weight change for her? Did she jump?
No, it was just. She
just
ran
a crazy
into,
season.
I can't remember who she lost to, but it was pretty crazy to have a 2-time state champ not in place.
Yeah. Or is that Rupert? Rupert. I'm going with Rupert. That sounds proper.
Yeah.
Tate can correct me. Lauren Rupert. This one's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, not totally, like completely, but.
Yeah, I mean, Soltis has a win over Rainwald too this year.
Yeah.
And Alicia Bird's really tough. It'll be a really. It just sucks about the top 2 being on the same side.
Yeah.
And again, it's just the freshmen, like, they don't get enough credit for stuff they've done before. Like, it's what have you done last year, and they weren't here to prove what they've done. You know, so it's like they just get the short end of the stick here.
I don't know enough about all these guys.
Yeah,
at this weight class here. Sorry, folks. Syria the Rainwald. Number 1.
Yeah, I'm going Vaughn and Berg making the finals.
Oh yeah.
With Soltis and Hooter going for 3rd and 4th.
Hooter.
And this year there's the new brackets. I don't know if you well, I don't think we covered this, but you can't, once you make the semis, the worst you can get is 4th. There's no more semi slide to 6th. So
okay.
Yeah. I'll make things interesting.
Yeah. We're a hunter. Like that. Cool. Well, that is 165. Sorry, folks. Like I said, I don't know a lot about this weight class. I know just a couple names, but I haven't been able to see a lot of these guys wrestle. But definitely, I mean, with these records, I'm definitely watching more. Holy cow! So that is my mistake. Next weight, 2 left, 1 left after this.
Yeah.
185. Oh yeah.
This one cleared out. Like, I was doing my rank, my last ranking, and I don't know if they were hurt or what, but I had like probably 5 of the top 10 didn't even wrestle in regional.
Really?
And I was like, what in the world's going on? Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, they just all just give up saying Brooke's going to win. I don't, like, it was just, that's just a lot of, things to go wrong in one weight, so something was weird.
Oh, that's not a lot of matches then.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Gorgle's place before.
Yeah, that's the other one. Like, Casco's got a fairly decent team too.
Yeah. I can't even help you with that 3 seed. So I know Tool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bakuda?
Oh, yeah, Bakuda.
Okay.
I go with Bakuda.
Yeah. She's pretty tough. Like, her and Gorgle might be a good match, but
yeah,
I just don't
for sure.
Nobody's gonna get past Brooke. So.
No, that's why I'm just trying to see who else.
Yeah, I think a realistic goal for somebody would be to make it to the second period.
Yep.
Because she's just that good. It's just crazy. I've never, and it's not a girl or a boy thing. I don't think I've ever seen a girl that dominant or a wrestler that dominant, like up in person, like for their
stature.
Yeah. Well, just their age group and stuff. Like, just haven't seen it like that. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, she's good. That's another one that I've seen forever.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched her since she was tiny. Not tiny, but small.
Yeah.
But that's it's pretty impressive what she's been doing. So yeah. Just a fight to get to the finals and make it in the finals a little bit, really, right?
Yeah.
Again, you're not that far off, right?
Right.
There's a couple wonky ones, but other than that, you're right there. Cool. Well, that is 185, folks. to minimize this.
Last one.
I got to do a lot of jumping. I really wish I could have done a little more homework on this.
Yeah. I probably could have sent it to you a little bit smarter, too.
But... Yeah, but still, I could have done some homework. This is, I'm not happy with myself, but I can't complain. So there we go.
I mean, you could. I just don't think people would watch.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they already know. So girls 235 is the last girls bracket. We jump into D3 for boys.
Yeah.
I know, isn't Eau Claire North, aren't they pretty competitive in the bigger weights? I'm not saying the entire team is. Yeah. The rest of the team is bad. I've known them to have some pretty decent bigger weights as far as the girls team.
They got Maddie Sorensen at 85.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they've had some pretty decent heavyweights, or not heavyweights, sorry, bigger girls.
Yeah, heavier weights. Yeah.
I don't know. My wife got on me one time when I used that for women.
Oh, what are we supposed to say?
235, I guess.
I mean, there's a number, but we're trying to say about the whole. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be exact and be like 165 through 230. I don't want to.
Oh yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. You're not saying that.
Yeah, we nothing but respect.
Right.
There's nothing but respect for this, especially for the girl wrestlers.
Yes.
These records are impressive, but it's hard to go against undefeated. Yeah.
She's a 2-time returning champ too as well. So.
Oh well. All right, we'll scratch that one up.
Yeah.
Who's the closest to your mind to making it to the finals?
Davis.
Davis, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang it.
Yeah, that one's pretty cut and dry. I don't see anybody really.
All right.
I mean, Deering has had some decent results, but
yeah.
I mean, Reeves.
These records.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Yeah. Well, it's hard for me to even pick a bracket buster.
Yeah.
Because again, it's so cut and dried up on the top on a lot of weights.
Yeah.
The same goes for a few weights of the boys, but there's a couple that are like.
I mean, Reeves, she's got runner up in a third. So
who's her loss to this year?
It's to Madison Burns.
Is it?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. All roads lead through Burns. So.
Well, congrats, girls.
Yeah,
it'll be fun watching you guys. Again, hopefully, if we're not there, I plan on pulling this up on NFHS.
Yeah,
because these brackets all look good.
Yeah,
all of them. That's not even me pandering. That's literally looking at some of these records. Like, wow, it's impressive. So, I'm excited to see how that all turns out with the girls. So, we will. I'm not even presenting. Did I have them presented? I closed it out.
I don't know.
Well, here, we'll take a look at them either way. I thought I had them out there.
I thought you did too.
Someone's probably telling me right now.
Yeah, I think we already showed. Yeah, because we said Davis.
Well, we talked about it. I want to make sure people saw it.
Okay.
I was trying to go back and give them a look because I thought I had it up and then I took it down. So we're done with the girls, guys. Done with the girls. There's that. Let's go over to the boys. D3. Ooh, different color.
Yeah, they're all different colors.
Maybe do the boys in pink.
Yeah, maybe. I could have done it. But...
Whatever. So we got D3, folks, 106. See the top half, bottom half, as Zach described. You can tell what the seedings are.
Yeah.
Pretty weird.
What? I mean.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, at least they're still spread out. I mean,
hate these buys.
Yeah. I mean, at least they're still spread out. You got the 4 by himself, and then you got the 5 and the 1 together, and then you got the 2 and the 3 separated. So it'll all play out. Oh, well, I guess the 3 and the 1 are together, not the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that stinks for Miller, but.
How weird.
Yeah.
Tough. Well, I mean, again, the severity of off isn't really, that's not that bad.
Right, it would have been different.
Like the 14 was the 1 seed, or
Yeah. It's not like 106 where the 2 seed is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Underwood.
Yeah.
That's my pick to win it.
Underwood?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has 3 losses to Roy.
Was he?
Yeah.
I'm still picking.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to have to go with Lenoble. He just beat Roy. He lost to Miller 2 weeks ago, but I think he avenged that loss at sectional as well.
Really?
Yeah, so Lenoble's just coming down. He's going to be a big 106.
Congratulations, Lenoble.
Yeah.
But I'm still picking Underwood.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's my pick on that. I could see this seeding playing out the way that it is, though.
Yeah.
I could see it. So just because of the craziness of what's happened.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Memphis is he's pretty tough. He beat
I know Xander is pretty tough too. Like it.
Yeah, he is for sure. But like I said, he beat Lenoble at regional, then lost to him at sectionals, I believe.
Miller did?
Yeah, but that was a tough sectional. It was him, Roy, and Miller all in the same one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And these guys top 4 get through, right? In D3?
Yeah, well, what do you mean top 4 get through?
How much out of the set? Because us, it's top 2 out of section.
Top 3.
3, that's right.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Not 4. 3.
Yeah.
Then it was different, but I couldn't remember how many.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I might flip that over to Miller.
Yeah, that'd be nice. He's got.
Nope, I'm staying with Underwood.
Yeah, let's say he has 3 losses to Roy. So
staying with Underwood.
Yeah.
I changed my mind. Sorry, Miller, good luck, but that's staying with it. Will that Ober? Anytime I see Will Ober over Brockling.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that he's another? I think he's out of Iowa. Will Ober Brockling. I always see that name in like national tournaments, but I see that I was like Will Ober.
Yeah, he's a Southeast Bowl kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. That's why I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nope. Still going with that. Nope. That's my pick. All right. So that's 106 D3. We're going to move on to this one. We are going to go to 113 in D3. As soon as I open it up, boom. I should memorize what number I'm going to type it in.
T told you you'll be there because girls wrestle with D1, so you'll see it.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah. There he is right there. Ta-da. Well, yeah, I think it's. Okay. 113. Thank you, T. So I got to get my mouse over here and get that comment up. Okay, 113. We have on top Blake. That's my pick.
Oh, yeah.
Parker. So if I'm looking at this right and I'm not dumb.
He'd be the 3 seed.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'd like to. That would be a final, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he can get past Lasecki, is that how you say that?
Yes.
From Lamira and or the Kadat kid.
Lodall.
Yeah.
Caleb Lodall.
Yeah. He just dropped down from 120 so that one was a tough one.
And that's the other thing I didn't really have time to look into either. Was like who dropped down from what.
Yeah.
But I do know some of these kids that are.
Yeah, I mean Carson Weiler, he's tough.
You know what? He is pretty damn tough.
Yeah.
I can't believe. I'd like to see what those 11 losses were.
Oh yeah,
I know his brother.
Yeah.
Pretty well. He's got a decent partner to rough around with.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Greco style.
Well, he lost to Taft.
Really?
4-9 at.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in state. He lost to Felchin. Blake Underwood 1-12. Blake Underwood 1-20. Blake Underwood fall. Blake Underwood fall. So a lot of Blake Underwood. So that. Yeah, four of his 11 losses are to Blake Underwood.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And they were all pins.
No, 1 to 12, 1 to 20, and then 2 falls.
Oh. Well,
got worse over time. So the first one was 1 to 12, and then it was 1 to 20, and then it was fall.
Maybe after a while, it's just like,
I'll just save my stuff.
I hurt myself here, like
that's a tough first round too with him. And
that's not how their dad teaches.
No,
just saying.
No,
it'd be funny. It's like, you know what?
Yeah,
we got to break an arm today. That's the other thing with these small guys, and I say this over and over. Some of these guys are so freaking flexible. Like, just watching an arm bar sometimes, not even just an arm bar, but a power half.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think we need to kind of slow down the power halves a little bit. So here's my thing. I'm not going to talk about it too long. I'm going to hit on it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of double boots. Number one, kids in high school know how to leg ride in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't coach it unless they know how to do it. Don't let them do it unless they know how to do it, right? Double boots, half the kids that use it, they don't know how to do the power. Like, they don't have the leverage to do what they're trying to do.
Right.
We need to start calling stalling on that.
Yeah.
Give them 10 seconds to produce something and then start warning them for stalling after that. Or at
least a stalemate the first one and then.
Sure. Yeah, something like that, start over. But it's not productive. It's a time killer, and they know it is.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just like, oh, well, I didn't know. They know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So they know that they want to grind the piss out of a guy for the next 30 seconds, which all well and good, but do it the right way.
Right.
Not just you sticking 2 feet in. So that's enough of that. We'll touch on that in another show.
Yeah.
That is starting to get irritating.
Yeah.
I got Blake Underwood here no matter what. But I'd like to see Parker bring it to him. I would like to see Carson Weiler, though, get in the mix a little more. So good luck to him. I'd like to see him kill it. Jordan as well. A lot of these guys have been scrapping since they were little. So I'm not saying scrapping too much. It's not. It's getting a little overplayed. Just like my ears here. It's like
yeah. Right.
So that's D3 113. Impressive bracket. Again, your rankings not all that far off here.
Right.
So high five.
Oh yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. That was the kids that did it.
You made it make sense.
Right.
Right.
At least somebody.
Don't do that. The kids did it. We know they did. We're just talking about what you do.
I know. I just like to piss you off every once in a while.
Just take account. So. All right. So we got D3 120. Oh man.
Gruenfelder.
Sure.
Gruenfelder. I had it wrong on my website for like a whole year. He finally had to tell me I had his name spelled wrong. So he's like, just add another EN. And
he had enough.
Yeah. He's like,
after so long.
Right. He's like, just so you know,
it's a lot of patience.
You could have just copied and pasted my name one time and it would have been right.
You could have gotten a track.
Right.
Just once time you were, 1,000 times you're in there.
Well, I was like, all you had to do was fall off the rankings. That would have fixed it then, but you never did.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So
solid.
That's all. It's his fault. His fault, right?
Yeah. Too much effort.
Right. Yeah. 56 wins this year and no losses. What the hell? Yeah.
So that's my pick.
Oh yeah. I mean, at the beginning of the year, you hear all this stuff about Sheard and everything, and
yep.
I mean, he took 2 losses at sectional. So I mean,
another one that I know is Liam Carey.
Yeah, that's the one that beat him. He beat him 9-8 at sectionals. Right.
So that's his brother's always been tough.
Yeah, it stinks that he's
been just as tough.
Quarter with Gruenfelder.
Yeah, I know, but still, has he lost to Gruenfelder?
I'm sure he has. I'll have to make sure, but I would have to assume he has.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sleep on Martez.
No.
That's
it was 9-8 with Carey last time. So with Martez,
he's definitely battle tested.
Yeah,
but Caleb Krause, it's another kid I'd like to see make it pretty decently far. I'd like to see him at least try and get to the semis. That'd be pretty cool.
No, he's not. He's not wrestled. Well, he obviously lost him at sectional.
Yeah, right. Right.
They're in the same sectional, but I don't know how that went.
Well, no.
I'll look it up though.
Caleb is one I'd like to see make it pretty far here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Martez.
That was a tech.
That's a
21-6. That's sectional.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think Aiden's just a little bit too good for everybody in this bracket right now.
Yeah. Cornware, that's a name I've been hearing, for quite a while.
Well, there's two of them too, and there's Collins at 26, but they're both really, really good.
Yeah, I like Gruenfelder, and I don't know. Do you think Martez makes it to the finals?
I don't know. Him and Braden Johnson will be a good match. Braden's just coming down from 26 as well, so it's hard to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Huh. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So him and Martez in the semi will be a pretty good one. And then.
Sure wish we had our Kagana guys in here. Good ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough second round, man.
Yeah.
What's a bummer.
Yeah.
But what do you do? What do you do next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, again, Gruenfelder. Hopefully we see Sheard make it. It's going to be a couple good matches in here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rest of it plays out kind of the way that these seeds are, though.
Yeah. It just thinks that Carey can't make it to the semi at least. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's his fifth now.
It's a tough draw, but
Yeah.
He's, to me, he's my sleeper.
Yeah.
I hope he comes out and makes some noise, because he's watching him wrestle too since he was little he's just gotten better.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the progress shows this weekend. It's good to see those guys all making it to state though too. Just the kids that that have put that time and the work in and shit like that. So it's good. It's good for these guys.
Yeah.
D3 120. We're gonna close that one out. And 126er.
Our second four-timer, or hopeful four-timer at least.
Yeah.
Koji.
Everybody don't think that I think that our Kakana guys are in D3. I was just thinking about the weight classes. Okay.
Why did somebody say something?
So, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for it. You're like, you guys are in D3. I don't need that.
Yeah.
No, it just can't. It hit my brain.
Okay. Better say something before somebody says something.
I'm sad. Real sad. Okay, so yeah, Koji's getting this fourth title.
Yeah.
Come on. Not even going to question that.
Right.
As much as people would want me to, I'm not going to, because it makes absolutely no sense.
Right.
I like Jake Buss as a sleeper. Those guys are pretty good. Much as I want to, yeah, why we Fremont. As much as we want to say that they don't, they do.
Yeah,
they do have some really good kids.
Mm-hmm.
He's my sleeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have faith.
Right.
Koji's winning it.
Yes,
that's a lock. So let's go all the way down here.
Yeah, Lucas Orloff's pretty good. That would be a good final at least.
That's definitely a finalist for sure. Yeah, you're not that far off.
I know, but they could. I think it's them. The seeds need to get better.
Yeah,
it's not me.
Yeah,
it's them.
Right. Yeah. Well, and a lot of people have bitched about it too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact of just where certain teams go to, and then a lot of actually other decent guys don't make it through.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. I grab my water. Okay. You can talk.
Hi. I'm not very good at carrying a conversation. I have to be led. You know that.
I'm a little thirsty.
Yeah.
A lot of talking.
Right. I mean, that Tyler Paulson, freshman, could give Orloff. I wonder if they've wrestled. Let me see.
How dare I overlook Aquinas? How dare I?
No, he's only lost to an Illinois kid and Briggs Weigel was his 2 losses for Orloff.
So we could see Melsna Orloff in the semis.
You could, yeah. Melsna got teched by him already, 20-3.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, Parker. But Paulson would be good too.
Yeah, Paulson in the quarters. Good one. Paulson in the quarters or Orloff is a good one. And then so is Grossel and I cannot say that last
Which
name.
one?
Colin Cornoyer.
Oh yeah, Cornoyer. Yeah,
Jeez.
Cornoyer.
I'm so
the one that gets me is the Pecatonica Argyle School.
Yeah.
Is that a private school?
I have no clue. I don't think
Pecatonica Argyle.
It's 2 schools, right? Yeah.
It's 2. Yeah. So it's towns.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a town.
Yeah. Either.
Pecatonica. No, I know there's Argyle, but I never really paid attention to Pecatonica. So my apologies, Lucas. Don't hate me. Oh, we're gonna share this.
I was gonna say the brackets aren't on the screen.
No, now they are. Look at that. See where we're at. D3 126. Sorry, folks. See, that's why I did that the last time.
Yeah.
Was, again, brain farts. I'm so flustered right now.
You're good, man.
It's off the charts.
Yeah.
I was not able to prep for this. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, Koji, and then the rest is.
The rest.
Sorry,
again,
guys.
yeah.
Mason Dwayne is good, but
yeah. Yep.
Just
this one kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah.
I think the seeds on here are decent.
Oh yeah, they've got it right. This one, I feel like.
Yeah.
At least they're spread out.
Yeah, you screwed up though.
I know.
That was a big screw up.
Always.
So how many emails do you get? Not just because people feed you information.
Yeah.
Like how many emails do you get that are just like, why would you put so and so here? Do you get a lot of that?
No.
It's kind of.
It's mostly that I missed a significant win and stuff.
Okay. Then to me that's info.
Yeah, I don't. If they're not ranked when they beat them, I don't go back and add it because that would take way too much time.
Yeah. I
don't reassess everybody's significant wins every week. So if you weren't ranked when you beat them, and then you beat them, and then they become ranked, I'm not going to go back and add that. So because it's just not going to. That's not going to be very good with my time.
Right.
And then so that's what I get the most of. You didn't get this significant win, and I'm like, well, it wasn't a significant win when it happened. So sorry, I'm not going to add it. Because if I add it for you, I got to do it for everybody, and that's not.
Yeah. So those are our picks.
Yeah.
Like we said, we think everything kind of lines up the way it is. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't want to make full on like, well, this guy's definitely taking second, third, but we're gonna pick our favorites and guys we know.
Yeah.
Records are all right there, anyways, for everybody to see. So, because I don't retain stuff like that.
Right.
I just don't. And someone might say, "Well, Brad, what do you retain?" Not a lot. There's not a lot that I regard as important enough to hold in my brain.
Right. Well, luckily they're on the screen,
and luckily people do it for me.
Right.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
I can just pull stuff up.
Yeah.
I can pull up information. Jack Nicholas. Oh, it's Jace.
Yeah. The only reason he's in there is because the guy who should be the 1 seed isn't, and Bobby Huntley got hurt. So.
No.
Yeah, I think he hurt his elbow. Is what I heard.
This is his junior year.
No,
that's his senior year.
Yeah.
Oh, that. I feel bad for that one.
Yeah, he probably would have won it this year too.
I feel bad for that.
Yeah, it stinks.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Was he planning on going anywhere? Was there
not that I know of?
No, he didn't reach out with
no, not that I know of anyway.
Yeah. That's another thing, folks. You can go on here when you go on to the Wisconsin Grappler. You can see where they committed to. You can see where they're ranked nationally, statewide. Significant wins are on there. Significant losses are on there.
I should just call it losses because every loss is significant, really. So it doesn't really because I put all their losses on there.
But some losses are expected, though, right? And as much as you don't want to say that about someone,
right?
Again, it's just part of the game, right? Like we know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Or we're like, holy crap, you lost to who?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Significant loss.
Right.
But yeah. So
yeah, unfortunately Bobby's not there, but Flea's good.
Flea's been around the block. I think he's going to take it.
Yeah, I mean Sanchez is good. I mean this is 1 through 4 is what I had it, and then 5 was...
So Sanchez had a loss that I saw that kind of surprised me. Yeah. What was the most recent one? Was it?
He won sectional, I believe. So
yeah, I know, but I thought he had a loss at
He was up a weight for most of the year too.
Was he?
Yeah, he got down to 32, I think, at the Freedom Invite.
It was still kind of a surprise. I know the Sanchez kids pretty well.
Yeah,
it's not to throw any shade on them as far as like the Fleagy thing, but
right. Let's see his losses. He lost to the Remington Skip guy that Jack lost to second round. Lost to Connor Steffens. He lost to Josiah Beltran. He lost to Botting. He lost to Christopher. He lost to Botting again. He lost to Weston Ingham, and he lost to Talonberg. So those are all pretty decent.
Yeah, those are pretty decent. I thought there was one that was just a little surprising. Either way, he's a good wrestler. You know, he's
8-7 with Aiden Ari. Ultimate tiebreaker.
Really?
Yeah, so that's a good one.
Yeah. See, those kids scrap.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
for sure. Okay.
I think Kale Quintance, however you say it.
Where?
Quintance from Marathon.
Oh, here, yeah.
I think he could make a final.
Think so?
Yeah.
Think you beat Sanchez?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't. Yeah. I mean, he's got to beat Rigoberto Tellez, but
I think you will.
Yeah. I mean, like you pointed out, though, these were pretty good as far as seeds go. They got all four of the top ones in different quarters, and they got the 5 and the 6 with where they should be.
I'm gonna keep Sanchez in the final.
Yeah.
The way you see it, I'll call him third.
Yeah. That'll be a good match, though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, Gil Quaintance, Marathon, good record. I know he's a pretty solid wrestler. Every time I see Jason Nicholas, I want to say Jack. But that's unfortunate about Huntley.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But that's 132, folks. Just random picks here. Again, I really like Sanchez. And actually like to see if Sanchez could take it to Fleagy.
Yeah.
But Aquinas is tough, man.
Oh, yeah.
Aquinas is tough. So we'll close this one out.
38.
Going to 138 in D3. Zoom. There. Okay. All right. 138 D3. White Unzer, not going against that one.
Yeah.
And I know like Teague and Steve tried not to do like, well, it's, I don't want to just pick the interference. You gotta. And I think he kind of explained that too.
Yeah.
On a couple. Like these guys are just, they're that good.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to have a couple tough matches that maybe a guy's going to score a takedown on them. They're going to struggle with their offense a little bit, but once they figure it out, it's like they dial in and just take it to town.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, those are the guys you either see them lose early or not at all.
Right.
Like if they lose Thursday night, okay, yeah, probably. But usually once they get, on the mat and start.
Mm-hmm. I like these seeds.
Yeah.
Whatever rankings, and the rankings are close to right now, but I like the seeds themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
This fits.
I believe that that Carter Burdyshaw and Sam Springer had a good match, or maybe not. I could be wrong. They might. I don't. Maybe they didn't wrestle.
Well,
yeah,
probably will. So.
Oh, he wrestled. He bumped up and wrestled Rowan. So.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
okay.
In that duel, I was thinking they had a close match, but they didn't. So.
Yeah, I like these seeds. I like how this plays out.
Yeah, I mean even though Hanky from Elmira has already beat the freshman from Partyville, Busani.
Yep.
That'll be a good one in the quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll definitely be the way that these seeds are, the matches will be pretty decent.
Yeah.
So this one, and obviously when I saw the complaints, I did see some complaints on Teague's. Teague says we actually allow some picks for state. True bragging rights are on the line then. True. Yeah. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. I got this ADHD there for a second. But I like how these seeds are in the competition. Like I said, it's going to be just as good. The complaints that I saw online, I didn't see who exactly they're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think they're just complaining about how it doesn't work or they need to change it. They didn't give like specific instances.
Right.
And then someone down the line will give their instances, never the person who actually like said the complaint about it.
Right. I think what he's talking about is this.
Yeah, right. But I think this.
Yeah.
I think, no, I want to hear what that dude.
Right, yeah.
And I don't care. To me, so here's my thing. A lot of talk and thought goes into this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wholeheartedly appreciate it. The thing with me is that when I think about it as an athlete or just think about it as putting my kid into something, I'm in the frame of mind of just make up your mind, figure out what you're going to do, and tell me what the rules are. Right? There are guys who have this could be more competitive this way, but how? Has it been done before? Can you prove that?
Right.
I'm not saying this is good. Like, however seeding goes is how it goes right now, right? Yeah. And this one looks good, right? There's probably a couple more down the line that look good, but I instantly just go in the frame of mind of like, well, someone wants to change, and I'm like, well, I guess what's the problem now?
Right.
How is it causing an issue?
You have a problem with what's going on.
Right.
Maybe the person that would change because of what you want to be changed would have a problem after they changed it.
Yeah, and I might recognize, okay, even when they tell me, okay, I agree with you there, I can get what you're saying, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at the same point, though, too, I also come up with like, what are you gonna do?
Right.
This is what we have. Are you gonna create a new rule?
Yeah.
And pass it on and like try to get something created, or are you just gonna talk about it online?
No, we're just gonna.
And I'm the same. There's things that I complain about. I'm not saying that these guys are evil or anything like that, but it's just like, what are you gonna do? Just tell me what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Tell me what the rules are. Tell me how much I pay at the door.
Yeah.
So I can do this, right? So we know D3 138. We're gonna move on.
I am gonna pick that Partyville freshman and make the final, though.
You think so?
Yeah. He lost to Hankey 16-5 the first time at regional.
Thank you.
And then he lost to Hankey 15-12 in tiebreaker at sectional.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
And then he'd have to beat Nice too, but that'd be it's very doable.
Okay. I got a lock already on this one.
Yeah.
144. Road carry.
Yeah, he's got to get it done, man. If he makes it to the finals and somehow loses and is a 4-time runner-up, I might just shed a tear or something. That would be crazy.
Has he wrestled Klug yet? Ever?
I don't think so. Let me look.
Because honestly, if that's a match, that's the only one he's got.
Yeah.
Rowan carries all his losses out of state.
He was at the Cheesehead, so let me look.
That's true.
He lost to Justice Jesaroga. He lost to Davis Paro.
Yep.
Lost to Justice Jesaroga. And he lost to Hankin. Hawkins, sorry.
Hawkins Peterson.
Yeah, not Hankin.
So those are decent losses.
Yeah, but it was only 3-6 with Hawkins. So.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's winning
it. Yeah,
you keep it that tight with Hawkins.
Yeah.
You're doing all right.
Especially with how the scoring is now. Like,
I just want to know who
3-6 is really close.
Whose Klug's losses are.
Klug has lost to. Wish I knew all this off the top of my head.
Gerber. Just look it up.
He lost to Landon Shepard 5-6. Lost to Goose from Illinois.
Yeah.
Lost to Bozil, and they lost to Hudson Sebesta Opelt.
Okay.
4-5.
Rowan's winning it.
Yeah.
Okay. Rowan will be in the championships with. I haven't seen Gerber wrestle.
Yeah, I think you gotta go Gerber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just haven't.
He's been up at 50 all year. This is his first. He just came down for. He's gonna be pretty tough. But I don't think he's tough enough to take out Rowan. But.
No. Rowan's winning it.
Yeah.
It's just trying to put everybody together. Yeah, well,
And that Partyville kid is tough too, though.
That's what I was going to say. I know I heard Teague and those guys talking a lot about Gluck.
Yeah.
Partyville's always got a couple guys here and there that just wind up just killing it.
Yeah, I mean, I already picked a Partyville guy last time, so I'm going with Gerber.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No rhyme or reason. Just don't want to pick two Partyville guys.
Just switch it up. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, honestly, I'd probably go with Partyville here.
Yeah.
Yeah. White Roads win it. So.
Right.
So that's our pick there. That's our discussion and topic of 144. Again, guys, if you got questions, let us know. If there's something you see that you're like, why is that like that? We want to hear it. You want to know why? Because Zach doesn't hear enough of it.
Yeah.
We want to hear it. Hope you guys didn't find my files, my dirty pictures in there. It's all just graphics and just so much Adobe stuff in there. It's unreal. I can't believe my computer hasn't exploded yet.
Yeah.
150. All right, man. D3 150. I'm going Colton all the way, baby.
Getting his first title?
I'm going to tell you guys a little story about Colton Weiler.
Okay.
Took Colton. He was James Racer, Liam. Can't remember who else. I get the picture of the guys. Took him up to a camp, right? Stayed up at my in-laws' place, and it was when Sikorsky had upper level up there.
Okay.
And we took those guys up there. We stayed overnight at my father-in-law's. And we took the kids to, I can't remember if it was that day that we got up there and stayed overnight. So we got up there in time for those guys to do some stuff outside, right? Mm-hmm. And this house is surrounded by chipmunks, right?
Who's?
My father up north in Niagara.
Oh, okay.
So this is in Niagara, Wisconsin. Colton and all those guys, those guys were outside running around. And they had a shovel. And so the chipmunks like to go up in his downspouts, right? And they wreak havoc if you don't try to at least take care of some of them. Yeah. And Colton caught one with a shovel. Just caught it. They brought it. He's got the shovel, and they bring it over. Liam's like, look, Dad, look, oh my God. He's got this just shovel, this chipmunk lane. I was like, go throw it in the woods, man. Yeah. Like, get out of here. He's a killer.
Oh, yeah.
All the way.
Yeah.
Colton Weiler's a killer. He is a killer. So he's taking 150. I don't care what you say. Trevor Paulson. I like the Aquinas guys. I'd like to see him hopefully maybe make the finals.
He's got to get through
two. My money is otherwise on Lisecki in the finals.
No, Lisecki can't get the finals.
What?
He's the same top bracket.
Dang it!
Yeah.
Never mind.
If you're picking Colton.
Yeah, I know. I gotta keep that in mind when I'm scrolling through here.
Yeah, I got it. I don't have it set up the best way for that.
Things leave my head instantly. You know how I am, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, Colin Ham, tough.
Freshman. Yeah. Well, that's why. That's my other.
Did you see the video of the Stratford kid Matthias Kaiser?
No.
With imitating Teague. You didn't see.
Oh, that one. Yes. Yes. That is awesome. Well done, Matthias.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was awesome.
If you close your eyes, it's definitely Teague.
For sure. For sure. We just got to get him one of those Hawaiian polos.
Yeah.
Get him one of those Hawaiian shirts to wear like Teague and then have him do that. That is awesome.
Yeah, that was funny.
This is pretty locked up, guys.
Oh yeah.
I like the rest of the seeds. I guess your rankings don't match up with them all that well.
Why? I mean, I got the 1, 4, 5, 2, and 3.
That.
It's almost the same. Just
it's close.
Everything's the same. It's just in the wrong order. 2 and 7 are together, and the 3 and the 6 are together, but they're just 2 and 7 and 3 and 6.
Oh yeah. Just trying to give you a hard time, man.
Yeah.
I'm complimenting you before, and you're noticing my dissing.
Yeah.
More than the compliments.
Yeah, I mean,
make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't take compliments.
All right, we're going to close out D3 150. We got to get cruising here.
Yeah.
D3 150 gone. 157 D3. Let me zoom. Oh. That's even easier. There we go. So, pop that up. D3 157. Tyson Imhoff. I'm not going to say Imhoff is a total lock here.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Oh, interesting. I do like McGee.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a tough one for him for sure.
So sorry, folks. I do like McGee. Mackey? No. I like Mentink.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
I mean, obviously, his record's better. No. Again, I'm trying to replay some of like what Teague and those guys say.
Yeah.
When they talk about some of these guys. Because again, I don't get to watch a lot of these guys' duels either. I hear about them. Someone will post a picture about something that they did or whatever, but like some of these guys I don't get to see. But I hear Teague and those guys. So thank you, Teague.
Yeah. I don't see any Partyville all year, but I mean they always have some super studs, it seems like.
We're missing streaming, Yeah. It's like, man. All right. So I'm going on. I'm going to say Mentink. Yeah.
Mentink with is that a final?
Yeah, in the final.
That'd be pretty nice.
I think there's an opportunity for someone to blow something out of the water here.
Yeah.
But and again, not to snub out Imhoff in any way. I mean, I'm sure his losses were tough, but it's state.
Yeah.
And I'm going through puberty. So that's D3 157, folks. We're going to kind of skim through that one quick.
Yeah.
We're going on an hour and a half here, so
already.
Yeah. D3 165. I feel like this one can be pretty cut and dried too. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not entirely. I'll see up there. I know him.
Yeah.
I know Jack Owens. D3 165 is not a lock. Jackson Bussey's my favorite. Colin Fisher. Colin has always been pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sleep on him being able to beat Jackson, right?
Right. Him and Liam Richards will be a hell of a quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You're talking about Colin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a very good quarter.
For sure. Blake Carton down here, he's been at it for a while. I've known him since he was grade school.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got an opportunity to make some noise as well. I'd like to see it. He's a junior this year, right? Carton?
I believe he's a senior.
What? So this is the other crazy thing is that Liam's been wrestling with some of these guys for so long. Like I don't know these guys as being older than him.
Yeah.
It just doesn't compute. So that's okay. So yeah, it would be nice to see Blake make some noise here at senior year, man.
6th, 5th, and 2nd so far.
Man, time to win it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm pulling for Blake.
Got 3 losses to Fisher though.
Blake's, I don't care.
Fisher's on the other side.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
That's right. If they make it together, like I'm pulling for Blake.
Yeah.
Go get it, Colin, so I can see a Carton Fisher match.
There you go.
So I want Carton and Fisher in the finals.
Nice.
And I'm pulling for Blake to win it. Sorry, Jackson. I just saw something wide open down here, so it's didn't mean to leaving the dust. So that's D3 165. You got any thoughts on it?
No, I mean it sounds pretty good. I think Bussey's going to get it done, but
Think so?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think Blake makes the finals again.
I think it's going to be tough to push Jackson out of that spot.
Yeah.
Right. We'll face it.
Oh yeah.
But that's
I mean can't just all pick number 1 seed, right? I mean,
if it doesn't happen, I'm just tearing up my betting tickets and just throwing them in there.
Yeah. Not going back to Vegas, right?
No. Because what happens there stays there, right? Wrong. All right. So that was D3 165. About 3 more weight classes after this yet. D3 175. I'm going to start doing this the fast way.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! There we go. Hey.
This is pretty tough bracket, though.
Oh, for sure.
Cade Rule and Nash Bank.
Man, and trust the next time.
Yeah. And Seth Greenhouse had a good season, too.
There's that Hanky.
Yeah, another Hanky.
Owen Shocked. This is a pretty good bracket. Good luck to everybody. I'm not even going to pick. Cade Rule's tough, but he's taking some losses, obviously.
Yeah.
So
I think all his were out of state. Let me make sure, though.
I'm sure. I'm not. Cade's good.
No, he lost to Eli Leonard, but then he lost.
Come on.
Yeah, 7-3.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was that at?
Probably
State.
Yeah.
Eli was on fire at that tournament.
Yeah. Beat him and Denny.
Yeah.
And then his other two are Aaron Stewart and Cy Fowler from Tennessee, Cleveland at the Cheesehead. So.
No way. He lost to Aaron Stewart.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I know. Crazy.
That is just insane. So, I don't want to make picks on this one. There are things that could happen.
Yeah.
Again, Cade Rule's tough. He's got tough losses, right? But there are things that could happen here. I would say that Cade's going to win it. That's probably a pretty Money in the Bank thing. But
that Mishicot kid is fun to watch.
Yes. Yeah. Owen Shocked is definitely fun to watch.
Yeah.
And Banco is fun to watch as well.
Yeah. I just want to see a match with him and Schmitty.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to ref.
And that's the other crazy thing is that so many more kids now coming up are becoming unpredictable and what they can do. Like, oh yeah, I've got Ryan Schmidt locked up right here. And like, nope, he slipped his foot through it. Now he's behind and he's got 3 points.
Yeah, he got 1 inch of movement and that's all he needed.
Yep, and he scored.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts how much these guys.
Yep. Especially at this weight class.
Yeah.
It's almost weird how like we watch like heavyweight change. That started a while back, right? But now all these other weight classes, because kids are wrestling more often, they're getting more athletic.
Yeah.
They have a look. And the kids that are doing well early are athletic.
Yeah.
Right? They have athleticism, and that's a lot of what it takes to be somewhat successful in wrestling. Right?
Yeah.
So it's fun watching. Again, Tristan, I've seen him since he was little. Cade, I know he's been around the way. We didn't know him, but we've seen him at tournaments. He's always killed it. And same thing with Banco. Banco's been on the rise for a while now. I want to say he really kind of started last year when he started his real improvements.
Right,
kind of watching him as he went along. So this will be interesting. This will be fun. I think these seeds are pretty good.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with them. I'm not going to make any. Tristan, he's a good kid, good family.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Good luck, D3 175. Moving on. I feel like sometimes I get caught at the end there, like rambling on about something I don't need to.
That we've already said or something.
Yeah,
it's like you really want to make sure you're saying something about
it. God, can't miss this one. I got to say something about him.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've been around the sport that long. You know these kids have put in a lot of work.
Yeah. D3 190. I like Bryson too much to not pick him. I can't do that though. Isaiah Carden. See, I was wondering. I forgot that both of them were wrestling because I can't remember which one took a break for a little bit, but
I think it was Isaiah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not positive on that, but I think it was.
I can't remember either.
It's another Schwabi, or however you say that. The random lake.
I think it's Schwabi.
Yeah. There's
Simon.
Yeah, his older brother was good, right? Like
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a couple of years ago, I believe he graduated. So.
This is a good seed.
Yeah, Partyville,
yeah.
William Becker, and Kelly will be a great semi.
So because of that, I'm gonna look for things that I think could happen.
Yeah.
Because Isaiah's a senior.
Right.
I'd like to see him get to the finals.
Are they?
I'd like to see him get to the semifinals.
Are they twins?
Yes.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I don't think they have like the brands argument about like who kicked who out first or who won something, right. But yes, they're definitely twins.
Okay.
Although they may come up with their own story now if they see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the seeds here.
Yeah.
The only one I don't know Caden very well. I haven't seen him wrestle that much. The same thing with like, is that Stonky or Stanky?
Let's just go with Stonky.
Stonky? Just
for, so we don't give him a nickname.
Well,
if he doesn't already have it.
I'm not about giving people complexes, but I mean, that was a stab at it, right? Yeah, I like these seeds. I'd like to see Isaiah make some noise, though, so let it rip, dude. You get to a certain point, just you're at the end, let it rip. So good luck to him. Good luck to these guys. I think if you guys all do where you're sitting, I think you'll all be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I think Carter finally gets his first one. He's fourth and runner-up.
Yeah,
Lueck, so
no one's happy not placing.
Oh,
At the same time, the two sometimes making it. So enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
because it's a whole different environment. It's not a duel coming out of your high school locker room.
Yeah, and that goes for the underclassmen too. You
Correct.
could have something happen like Bobby.
Yep, that's right.
We don't wish it on anybody, but it could happen.
Exactly. So take it in. If you made it this far and you got all the way here, placing or no placing.
Right.
Have your phone out down there.
Yeah.
Take some pictures.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a senior or something, take it in. It's a big deal. So D3 190. Good luck, guys. Bryson Kelly. Forgot about you. But your seed's good, man. Do better. Do better than that seed. If you can, great. But you guys you have a decent bracket to work through. He has been doing well. I know he's been battling injuries, Bryson Kelly. So that's the only thing. Don't get injured. Stay healthy. Rest and relax until you get there.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Take it in. He's been to the tournament before.
Right.
So, but good luck, guys. D3 190. Okay. Get that out of here. All right, D3 215. What if Teague's timing this right now? Tyson Martin's going to win it. That's how that's going down.
Yeah.
Hands down. I know that Sanchez, I know Elijah's tough.
Yeah, just came back from injury, though.
Yeah. And that's to me, this one's spelled out. So,
this one's seated perfect. I love the way this one.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. This is right on.
So crazy how they can do that every once in a while.
Right.
Just look like they threw names in a hat.
Yeah. So that's why I want to know what that guy was bitching about. Which ones? I want to look at that and see does it make sense?
Well, it's the same thing as when that what's that guy's name on the website on the forum that always says my rankings are shit.
The ranking wizard?
Yeah, I don't have no clue who that guy is.
We're not giving him any shine right now.
I know, but he always says, "Oh, they got so many wrong," and then somebody asks him who, and it's like,
I did.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I asked him,
and then he didn't say anything.
I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, hey, which ones are wrong?"
Right.
Because I literally go and look at this stuff.
Right.
I put your rankings next to other people's to see the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Because I'm trying to understand it more as well.
Right.
Right. So when I see yours make more sense, and then someone else's kind of makes sense, okay, I'm gonna go with yours.
Yeah.
Right. But to me, there's a lot of math, and I'll be honest with you. Some people use different stuff.
Yeah. Some
people have a different criteria than another one. Which is all well and good, but then that doesn't make you better than the other one because he has one thing or you have another thing.
Right.
So they're just rankings after that. But when you try to tout that you have the best around, that's arguable. That's definitely arguable.
I definitely don't put best on my website.
I do.
I know.
I put it out there.
I know, but I'm just saying, when you go to theirs, it says number one for Wisconsin rankings. Cool.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I say the rest copy and paste. Apparently that's upset some people, so that's fine. I'm cool with that. They can find me.
Not the first time you've ever upset somebody.
No, never. Never the first time. It's not the last time. I promise you.
Sorry, guys.
We didn't really go through this.
No, you just said Tyson was winning, and that was it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. So I'm not trying to, but these seats look good too.
Oh yeah.
I hate the buys, guys.
Yeah.
Now, what's the change next year?
It's not passing yet, but
explain to me like I'm a fifth grader what these changes are.
So it's going to be the divisions are going to be as It's if it passes.
Yeah.
Right now, I think it's only 67% passing. It needs to be 70, I think. So.
Well, it's not far.
Yeah, but there's still like 130 schools that haven't voted. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So
okay.
It's not even close to being all of them.
But what does this dynamic do? What does it change?
All it's going to do is make D2, D3, and D1 all the same amount of qualifiers.
Yep.
But you'll only have one instead of having sectional and regional.
Yeah.
You'll just have one super sectional, and the top two go for it, and everybody only has
from every division.
And there's only 7 sectionals, and so there's only going to be 14 to make it to state. The first and second seeds get byes.
So everybody in a sectional will wrestle each other then.
Yeah, so they're adding more byes. So I know you're going to be thrilled by that.
That's stupid.
So every division is going to have a bye now if it passes, but.
Cool. Will that bye always be to the 1 seed?
Always be the 1 and 2.
Yeah. Always be the 1 and 2.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll only have to win one match to place at state as a 1 or 2 seed.
Shut up.
That's what it is for D2 and D3.
Why?
Right?
Who wants that? And people think it's a good
D2
idea.
and D3 want it because they feel slighted by not having the same amount of qualifiers. But the only thing is, you can't have this and competitive balance. Because it's just going to
that's what I'm saying.
Screw over D1.
So here's the other thing: is that it's based off of enrollment, right? Too, as far as like your divisions, and because I know soccer's that way.
Yeah.
Because now Xavier's going to be, I believe, D4 or whatever. But so that's all demographics. Like you can't force that.
Right.
You can't force that to change because someone then otherwise there should be more teams co-oping them. Yeah. Right. To make full teams.
Right. I mean.
Because otherwise, you're going to have certain teams showing up with half a team.
Yeah.
That's one side of it, but not the entire argument.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Okay. Well,
and then the team part of it would be the next weekend. Like, so when regionals would be the super sectional, and then regionals would be a 6-team duel.
Okay.
That Saturday, and then you would just do state and then team state. So I don't
know if I like it.
I'm not sure it's going to pass.
I don't know if I like that. I mean, I don't. Again, I'm also the dude that whatever we're doing, just tell me what it is, where I got to be, what I got to do.
I just know whatever. There's certain D2 and D3 teams that will completely bitch if it doesn't pass because they think they're so slighted by only getting 12.
What are you gonna do? Get more people.
Yeah.
I guess in your towns they have more kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Co-op.
But yeah, right. It only makes sense to do that because you need full teams then to be able to even. I guess I'd like to see the teams. They're like, this isn't fair because how big are your teams?
Right.
Like what type of team are you pulling that you think you're just going to be able to jump up into something like that and be like, oh yeah, we're going to do fine.
Yeah. Now that they're getting 14, we'll still only get 2 to state.
Are they going to get slighted when they're getting their butts kicked?
Probably somebody else's fault.
Like for real. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
Tyson Martin win it. I like the seeds. Yeah. We're good there. D3 215. Calling that. Let's go over to here again, folks. I'm going to apologize one more time for being late. I hate being late.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, we've only been going for like an hour and 50 already. So.
I know. We're this last of D3.
Yeah.
285 D3. I guess it's pretty much been locked.
Yeah.
For number 1 anyway.
Yeah, he's beat the Iowa Grant kid like 2 or 3 times.
This is seeded already. Too. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
This will be a fun one to watch. I'm gonna watch this go down. Maybe I'll have to go grab some Dippin' Dots and meander and watch some of the bigger dudes. I'm so excited to go down there again. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like it's done, but
no.
It's been fun being able to go to state like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna say that this might turn out the way that it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, that Iowa Grant kid's fun to watch, but I think Matthews has finally got it figured out.
Right.
So.
Maybe Hilgers throws in a little wrench.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'd like to see some upsets. Prove me wrong in this one.
Yeah.
I like it. Again, folks, the brackets that we're showing are the brackets that are for state with the rankings that Wisconsin Grappler has on their website, wisconsingrappler.com. And he built these brackets, put their rankings, so we can kind of see where guys wind up based off of the information that Zach puts together. And not everyone's been perfect, but I mean, these have been pretty damn close.
Yeah.
I definitely would like to put them against anything else.
Yeah.
So especially for the state, this is pretty damn good. Okay, and again, this seating is all right.
Yeah.
If someone has
example of egregious.
What's that? Yeah. If someone has an example of something that is like way off, that you let us know. Like right now, Teague just said you guys aren't allowed to finish. Aren't allowed to finish this until I'm done with my pick the podium picks.
Man, we got I have over 100 already this year, so that's crazy because I think I had 116 all last year, so definitely gonna have a lot more entries than that, and there'll be a live leaderboard while you're down there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty nifty.
Pretty nifty. All right, let's go over to D2. Congrats to everybody that made it through in D3.
Yeah,
that's like I said, it's still a big deal. Just making it through. So regardless of how you think you're gonna do, dark blue.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you think you're gonna do, enjoy every minute of it. Take it in. You don't know if it's gonna happen again. If you're a senior, it's definitely not gonna happen again. So unless you got like some red shirt in high school that we haven't found out about, you take it in.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So we got D2, 106. Ta-da! Let's see here. Huh.
Yeah, I don't like the 1 and 2 being on the same. Well, 1, 2, and 3 all be on the same.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
But this is another thing with the freshmen not getting their due. Like
yeah.
Carson Bassett too. Like I know he has a lot of losses, but all those came at like
the Clash or wherever they go to.
They go to
Missouri.
the Stampede.
Yeah.
And then they go to the Cheesehead, but he entered out at the Cheesehead. He only got 2 there, but still. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, he that's a crazy quarter right there. The 2, 3, and 5 all together.
Do you take into account those types of losses too?
Oh yeah, I mean,
like national type losses, I guess.
Yeah, I mean
or wins.
The only way that they count against you in this state is if you lost to somebody in this state, or unless somebody in this state has beat somebody you beat out of state. Like I have no way to gauge unless like how bad they are. I can see how good they are.
Yeah,
but I can't gauge how, like, if the guy's not ranked or hasn't done anything in the state.
Mm-hmm.
I have no way to gauge really, like if that guy's good, if he got caught,
You mean the out of state guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Like
look him up.
Yeah. Oh, I know that, but I'm saying like I don't never see him.
Sure. No, I get what you're saying. I understand.
Unless somebody in this state has a win or loss over that guy, I can't really.
You haven't figured that out yet?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if they're ranked or of one state, I can tell that they're good.
Right.
Or
right. But, right. No, just give me a little shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Dorshorst.
Yeah. I think that Helen Drung kid is tough at the 2 seed or the 4 seed. I mean, sorry.
I haven't heard it. Well, oh no, I have. Yeah. I don't know, man. That'd be a good quarter, right?
Yeah. Any of those guys will be a good quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Dorhorst and Bassett's gonna be a good one too.
That bye guy is tough.
Yeah, he's in every bracket.
Every bracket.
So it feels like he's all over the bracket actually.
It's tough.
Yeah,
man.
It's like the Forfait brothers.
But he never makes it through.
Yeah,
he never.
Well, he's at every turn.
He's always one and done.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes on the backside, it makes it to the backside once in a while,
Yeah. Sometimes he's really deep in the bracket, and you're like, how'd he get there? He keeps losing.
We could do almost like a whole show just on bye.
Oh, yeah. As long as you're doing D2 and D3, and then there aren't any in D1.
Yeah, these seeds are good. No, well, yeah. Really, you're talking about Bassett. that kind of thing. But
yeah,
that's just crazy that those guys. Well, it's the same thing with Liam's bracket.
Yeah, they're all on
2, 3, and 4 on one side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I do like Dorshorst. I think I'm gonna pick him for finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, Colin.
Yeah.
Because this is, again, to me, this is seated fairly correctly. So that's why I'm kind of looking. I mean, it's not,
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not perfect.
that's what I'm just kind of. I like him. I like him as a sleeper though.
Yeah.
I think obviously I think Colin Fry's still good. He's probably gonna make it, but I think Dorshorst's still a bit of a sleeper.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of talk about him. So, so that's D2 106. Some of these guys again, I don't know.
Yeah.
So if I don't mention you, I do apologize. You can definitely comment at any point. You can definitely say anything on any of our posts at any time. If it's mean or malicious, we'll probably be mean and malicious back. So, I mean, it's the fun of it, right? Yeah. It's an adult picking on a kid, right? Isn't that fun? It's not fun. We're kidding.
Yeah.
We are kidding. Okay. Yeah, this is weird. Yeah. I mean, it's good that they're on the opposite side, right? I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, I mean,
but
the Evansville kid is 2-1 against Roshan.
Mm-hmm.
But the last win was last weekend. It was pinned. I didn't even look and see if he was winning when he got pinned, though. He should have probably done that.
Some good records in here too.
Yeah.
Obviously, a little difference in some of the seats, but again, not far off. But I like this seating.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's separated. It might not be correctly, but it's
damn close. Yeah. Good. This will be a good bracket. I'm
going with the freshman from Evansville.
Are you?
Avenge that loss.
Okay. I'm going to go with Roshan.
Yeah.
To beat your freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rain in his parade.
There you go.
But good luck to all of them.
Yeah.
Don't. We don't dislike you. We're just having fun. D2 113. Yeah. Again, good seeds. Yeah. This is going to be a good tournament, folks.
Yeah, we can't agree the whole time.
No.
It just gets boring.
No. It's going to be a good tournament. I think a lot of these kids that weren't ranked to be able to make it through, that's pretty damn big.
Yeah.
33 and 13, 31 and 19. It shows that you've learned some lessons, and now you're bringing it to the top. So make some noise, man. You guys who have NR next to you, I know it doesn't matter to everybody. It shouldn't, but it's fun to look at it, right? Maybe you can change the score up a little bit.
Yeah.
Show some people what's up. So D2 113, we out on that one. We're going to go to 120. D3 120, D2 120. I'm going to go with cost on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me present it to the folks. Yeah, I've watched Cost for quite a while. He's one of my favorites to watch, and one of the lighter weights other than our Takana guys.
Yeah. He got third at 6 last year.
Mm-hmm. Logan Schad. Hard to pick against that kid too.
Yeah, I mean Lane Anderson, if it hadn't been for the horrible seating last year, I think he would have placed.
Yeah.
But
he
didn't, so that's why he got the crappy seed this year. But so he got the 3 seed. But
Noah Walker. That's crazy.
He had a really bad loss at the end of the year. That's why he was pretty high up in the.
Was he?
Yeah, because he beat DeLong, but then he got beat last week.
The injury just happened he got beat.
I don't know. Really? He was JV for a minute. He went to a JV tournament, and then it was very weird. I couldn't tell what was going on.
Yeah.
Maybe he they go to Minnesota a lot, so maybe it was a weight descent thing, because the weights are different over there.
Yeah.
So you never know, but.
Well, it'll be fun to see Lane and Colton throw down. That's just crazy at 19 and 7. I mean, like you said, he took a tough loss or whatever, but
yeah,
Maybe he's a sleeper.
Yeah, he's 1-1 with DeLong already.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's his first round match. I think all those are from the same sectional.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna beat Anderson, but
no,
it'd just be interesting to see how he does kind of get through that.
Yeah,
cool.
He was one of the kids that I always whenever I'm doing the preseason rankings, I always go on Instagram and add the people I don't have,
Yeah.
And I added him, and he made a post about, I've been waiting for this, I just thought that was so cool, Yeah. Doesn't mean much to some people, but some people it means a lot.
Some people
get the recognition that they, especially seniors, like that, just now finally getting on there.
Yeah. Yep. So, I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Some people could care less. They're just like, yeah, I know I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cost Anderson, that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
You didn't. What school is Cost from?
The Gale Ettrick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 5 different names. So
I keep just seeing law.
Yeah.
So yeah,
is he a law kid?
Lacrosse.
Oh, okay. Lacrosse
area wrestling. That's all I know him. Obviously I know he went to high school.
Yeah.
I just instantly see a law singlet on him.
Yeah.
But that'll be a good final. All right, we're gonna get a D2 120. Speed along here a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I keep pretending we're going to. Okay. You guys are. Oh, never mind. That's the same one.
Avery right now.
So I'm losing my mind. I can't believe I. D2 126. Ugh. All right. Brett Spurley. It's a big name in wrestling.
Yeah.
No, well, Bogart. It's hard for me to go against that, but Bogart Peters match would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that'll be the finals if it happens. But
that'd be pretty sweet right there. Bogart Peters.
I mean, Bogart and injuries will be a good semi if it happens. They both put it on Andy pretty good. So
yeah,
that'll be a good one.
Huh.
And McAllister, Ramage, and Peters. It's set up to be a pretty good semi. That's it. Rhett doesn't throw a wrench in there,
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking past Rhett there saying that.
Can't imagine his losses are all that.
No, I mean he's
insignificant.
He's got all tough losses.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right. Well, we'll see how this one plays out, man. I mean, obviously your ranking's a little different from the seedings in this one, but
and then you got the Coleman kid, Connor Markowitz or whatever his name is. That was injured last year.
Connor.
Good to see him make it his senior year.
Correct. He's a beast. And that'd be, honestly, Markowitz would be one that I would not be surprised if he's able to beat Bogart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibilities.
Sorry, Landon. No hate. No hate. Connor's tough. So that'll be interesting. We'll see how that one turns out. I actually kind of want to watch that one now. Yeah. Good luck, Connor. Kill it. Good luck, Landon, Aiden, all those guys. I'm going to watch all these guys since they're little. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I got to start getting some more youth tournaments. So I can start talking about it.
There you go.
Take notes.
Yeah. You got the crop that your son was in now. You might just be a little creepy if you just go to the
That's what I'm saying. How else do you do that?
Yeah.
Without being weird. I'm not scouting for a team.
Yeah.
I'm just there watching kids wrestle. So I'm going to see how these guys turn out in 7 years.
I'll talk about you on my podcast in 7 years.
Now.
Yeah, well, you could now.
Do it now.
Yeah, if you want. You can start your own
elementary school. Parents' permission, stuff like that. Yeah. All right. So I'm sure some people are going to bed pretty soon. So
oh, yeah.
I get it. D2 126, we out.
Yeah.
We'll go to D2 175. No, it's kidding. D2 132, y'all. That's boom.
2-course race here.
Top. Oh, yeah. Number one's a lock.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Probably one horse, but it'd be nice.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get it.
I guess.
Sorry, Brady.
Gessler and Brady would be a good
yes,
quarter, too.
That'll be a good quarter.
Brady versus... I think Brady's going to win. So.
I think, yeah, I think that.
Brady.
But I also think Brady can beat Holmstrom.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure.
I think we're going to see a Collins Thomas Sevick final.
Okay.
I think that's what we're going to have.
Yeah.
Weston Ingham, I know, is very tough.
Yeah.
It'll be great to see him pop through and make some noise too.
He lost to Caleb Wiseman already this year.
Really?
So, but that was a fall, so I don't know if he got caught or not.
Sure.
So, but I know he has lost to him this year.
Okay. We know you guys. We see you.
Oh yeah. And William Christopher, like that's.
Yep.
It's just a unfortunate draw.
Yeah, totally. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Tomzovich is maybe on a league of his own in this bracket.
Correct.
It's been ridiculous to watch him get that much better. Like I remember him as a freshman, I was just like, yeah.
Where is he going to school?
Freedom.
No.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
They got one.
Yeah, they did. Well, they got a lot of Sarbacher guys, but not many.
Up there. That was that's a lot. That even the seating in that one looked all right.
Yeah, it was decent.
It wasn't too bad. So that'll be interesting to watch. That was 132.
Mm-hmm.
So that was D2 132. Thomas Sevick's a lock. A couple other guys will be competitive. So now we're at 138. Now we're really starting to get into the meat of things here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my money's on Ethan.
I don't know. Bozil.
I know.
Bozil, whatever it is.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, you know, a good point, though. I do think Immel could beat him, but I think Immel is going to have, because Cole has gotten pretty tough, right? Yeah. He has always kind of just gotten a little bit tougher each year.
Right. And I think he's like sixth, fourth, and second. Is what he's got,
so it's always a little bit better. Yeah. So this, I may be jumping the gun on that, but again, I mean, Immel forever. I think he could pull it off. Sorry, Cole. But
yeah, I'm going Cole.
Yeah, but I'm still going Ethan
for sure.
Either way.
Yeah.
The other guys that I think, Mason Hurd, I think he could be a problem. He could turn into a problem.
Yeah.
I think he'll be able to get to the semis against Immel.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Dylan and Cole will be a really good match too.
Yes. Yep. Weigel's pretty good too. Yes, correct.
I think he lost to Hawkins like 3-1.
And then Devin Wunke, I think.
Yeah.
I think Devin could get to the quarters with Ethan.
Is he healthy? I feel like he's always hurt.
Yep. But that's gonna be a tough one with him.
Yeah.
I think he's wrestled Ethan before in the past as kids.
Oh yeah.
If I remember correctly. But it's good to see Devin still sticking with him, man.
Yeah.
Dad had some health issues for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But he's sticking with it, so that's good. So this will be tough. I could see Devin make a podium.
Yeah.
Like I think he's going to beat his rank, right?
Yeah.
I can see him making a podium. So we'll see. So I think it's his senior year, isn't it? Junior. He has the same age as Liam.
Yeah.
So that's one of them.
Yeah.
On one of them, that's the same age as Liam. Okay, so that's a good bracket. 138. I'm picking Immel. You're going Bozil.
Yep.
Good pick. Solid pick there too. I want Woodkey to kind of make his way through and make a podium here. So good luck to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's D2 138. Moving right along.
I'm gonna pick Rock.
Come on.
Had to get that in there before you. If you want to copy it, I guess you can.
Can I?
Yeah.
At least I'll ask. All right. D2 144 for your WIAA individual state wrestling tournament. Benny Miller, it's good to see him make it through again too. Hawken obviously going to win. So number one's a lock. We'll say that. I could see. I don't know if Benny could beat Hudson. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean that freshman from Platteville will be a tough one even like that.
Yeah,
he'll have to go through 3 really tough matches there.
He does.
If he beats Harkus, White, and then
White's really tough too.
Hudson, Sylvester. However you say that last one.
Get on the podium, Benny.
Yeah.
Get on the podium. But these are pretty decently well seated here.
Yeah.
This is all. I like it. Your rankings are pretty close to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good D2 144. We know who's winning it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely not trying to sell any other guys short by not saying anything.
No.
But it's just like.
Again, it's the same thing we said with the girls. It's kind of like you just know.
Right.
Like, you know.
Yeah. He hasn't lost the match. Until he does, I'm not going to pick against him. I'm sorry.
Sorry, y'all. So D2 144, we'll get through that one quick. Down there. D2 150. 150. Let's see.
Could be the most interesting final, probably.
Probably. Talking Lodi Blackhawk?
No.
No.
Schools.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that is going to be the final, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trey. Good to see Trey made state.
Yeah. Yeah, he came back after being out for, I don't know if he's injured or whatever.
Yeah.
He was out for a while.
Murphy making some noise too. I think Murphy could make it out of that bottom half.
Yeah, the Danowitz,
I know.
Yeah, he's hitting himself sometimes.
Right, definitely not going to doubt any of the Fenimore dudes.
No.
But Murphy's been that kid he's been working his ass off, and Seiler, Danowitz.
Yeah. Way too many consonants.
Yeah, he's good. I just think we got dogs down here. Teagart, my dog's down here, but I'm not going to show him off. I'm going to let him wander on the floor and scrap at our leg. Yeah. What is he doing?
I don't know. He's just biting my fingers.
No, hit him.
I'm not good at that.
Otis, cut it out. You can hit him.
I'm not.
For real.
I can't do it.
No. Okay. Yeah. Got a little dog interference here. We're just not showing right now. So we got we got the final set there. That's going to be Safrud.
Yeah. That'll be a good one.
I think that is going to be good. I think Safrud, Bryson can scramble.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Bryson, right? And I can't remember how good Safrud is with scrambling. But I know Safrud is very solid in defense. And I also know that he likes to score off of your offense.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to watch. I think the seeds play out fairly well here. I would like to see Murphy Beyer come through, maybe make it to a semi.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Zandanowit's tough, right? So
We'll
see. Pulling for Murphy. Find out what happens. There's one of your freedom guys there.
Oh.
That and Tomasevic.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for 150. D2 150 is pretty locked up. Looks pretty solid. The seeds are great. As far as the rankings, they're pretty damn good. So we're gonna move over to 157. D2. Ta-da. That's a lock. Who are you picking? Zach.
Let's see.
This is the gimme.
Yeah.
Danny Heiser.
Danny Heiser. He's probably going to set the wins record at the state.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's the wins record? Is it 222?
No, it's like 212 or 2. I can't remember the exact number, but I think he's on pace to beat it as long as he wins. As long as he wins out. So.
Well, congrats to Danny Heiser. He's gonna win it.
Yeah.
So again, and I've explained this before about him. He has the craziest, weird strength.
Yeah.
Gets in the crappiest, but he's pretty positional now, right? But like back in the day, like when we first started seeing him wrestle, would get in some of the worst positions and still take you down.
Yeah. I remember his final versus Easton that year, or maybe a semi, or Warchuk.
Easton Warchuk?
Yeah, it was freshman year, and that was like I can't remember if it was a final or semi, but I was like, how did he not give up that takedown? Like, it was
just crazy.
A couple positions, he's just so strong.
Pulling for Spencer, to make some noise, to come up by Danny and maybe do some damage to Danny. I just don't see that yet.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
It'd be great, but if it could happen, but no.
That's a true number one spot.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot. I like the seeds in here are okay. This one doesn't make sense to me. Not ranked. 15-7.
Yeah.
Wasn't he doing all right?
He
did he do all right last year?
Oh yeah, he was high seed and he didn't do anything.
Oh, he didn't. Oh. I thought I was going to say, I remember that name.
Yeah, you said that name last year, and you were like, "This is my guy. I'm gonna pick him as a."
And I shouldn't have picked you, dude.
Yeah, he was ranked. He was seeded 4th last year.
I'll pick you as a dark horse this year. I'll do it again.
Yeah,
I'll do it again, Cage.
Yeah, there you go.
Got it. You got it. Whoever knows Cage Westman, I just picked him again as my dark horse, even though it didn't happen last year. I'm picking him again. I don't care. I don't gamble. Right? Like, you can tell why I don't gamble. Because I'm going to go with something that I lost with before.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right.
Whatever.
Just, it's like not like the definition of insanity. You just keep doing the same thing.
Same thing over and over again. Now, don't get me wrong. Not a dark horse to beat Danny.
No, if you're picking that, I'd be like, okay, we're going to go to the hospital.
I'm going to pick him a dark horse to be 3rd.
Can't.
I want to.
Yeah, but you can't. He can't get to 3rd.
I still want him.
You can get to 5th.
No.
Yeah.
I said 3rd.
Okay, well, we'll call somebody and see if we can.
All right, 5th. Okay, so that's D2 157. That's a fun one. Good luck, Danny. Hope you get the record.
Yeah.
Hasta la pasta. Let's see. We got D2 165. Rolling right along those.
There we go.
We're right along. See, it really helps when you have these guys that are locked. You know? So,
yeah.
What was that? What was that?
No.
You can't pick, dude. You can't. You can't pick your phone up, laugh at me, and then not tell me what it is. What is it?
It's just tea.
Somebody doesn't have the balls to put up on YouTube, I take it. So
no, I don't think it's a balls thing. It's more of an inside joke for me and him. So.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. Something I just don't know about.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, just because I don't understand it means I won't get angry. So we have D2 165. Nice to see Austin Kuffner in there.
Yeah.
What's that schedule look for him without being in Kakana?
Yeah, it's not as tough as it would be.
No?
But I mean, it looks like a pretty smart move.
Yeah. 38-4. Who are his 4 losses?
Let me check that out.
Tournament losses, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Not conference?
No. Well, he had to have at least one at sectional because I only got 2 on here, so I must have 2. He lost the Mishkat, the Satch.
Okay.
How do you say that? And then Kilopowski lost 5-6 to Kilopowski.
Is that Kilopowski?
Kilopowski.
Kilopowski. Okay. I remember those guys talking about that.
Yeah.
So he took a loss to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Tristan's gonna win it.
Yeah.
That's a lock. Liam went to 165 since we'll discuss the whole ducking thing.
Oh, yeah.
Liam went to 165 to wrestle Tristan again, right?
Yeah.
He wanted that match back, right? And lost him at the Big Cheese thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And he gets tacked.
Right.
So, I heard that he was sick or whatever, but Liam was seriously pissed.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I wanted that freaking match.
Yeah, for sure.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
But what do you do? It didn't shake out the way. He wasn't going to lose.
Right.
To go and wrestle him.
Yeah. Well, technically, he didn't get tech before it because he got beat by the guy we had in the final.
Correct.
First one.
Correct.
Was it 1-0? Or something like that, like crazy.
Yes, it was a close one on that because the St. Charles East kid teched Tristan.
Yeah, after that.
And then Liam teched that kid.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, what happened?
Right.
But it sounded like he was sick that day or something like that. So, but Tristan's doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's go to a hypothetical here. Maybe Austin is able to beat this guy, right? Maybe.
Yeah. Then he had 5-6 match with Kapowski.
And then he can come down to Kapowski.
Yeah.
Kapowski.
Kapowski. Yeah. Kapowski.
These guys went through it one time. I can't.
I think Steve had said it. You say kill and then Powski.
Yes, because someone told him.
Right.
Literally, this is how we tell people to say it. Okay, kill Powski. Okay, yeah. I'm down with it. Okay. Let's see if we can get Austin through to the semis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Austin, really put it on Carter if you can.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's right. I mean, otherwise everything looks pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Everything looks the way that it should, and probably will go the way that it is. So, but again, I'd like to see him make it through. But okay, D2 165. Moving right along. I'm not hiding this from you guys. Can't have you see. Did I even show you guys 160? See, I did it again.
Oh, you did?
Did you see it over there?
I did not. I wasn't looking though.
Well, I gotta show it. Just pure silliness. See, again, me not prepared. It's ridiculous. Show it. There. D2, 165. Dirt to dirt, guys. Tristan's winning it. I'm saying Austin work some miggity magic.
Get to the finals.
Get to the finals or something. Let's see you do something.
Yeah.
We're rooting for you.
Of course.
Even though you should be at Kakana.
Yeah.
Dang it. I not argued, but I told his mom no.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, but he'd have to it'd be a fair to get him in right now. I mean, he could go 57 maybe. But just I
know.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of years would have been.
That's what I'm saying, mate. But he was a different weight the last couple of years.
He was 150 last year.
Yeah.
He's just following Colin everywhere.
Oh, Colin 150?
Yeah, last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, he got big.
Yeah.
Him and Brady got big.
Yeah, Brady should have got bigger. Just a little bit undersized.
D2 165 there, folks. I want to make sure I showed you. So there's that. You put some fancy waves in there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the graphics, folks.
Not he. My wife did that. No, I can't. I won't be able to do any of this.
Good job, Melissa.
Yeah, she's the MVP.
All right, that's D2 165. We made our picks there. Just want to make sure you guys saw the graphic. Because otherwise, there's no reason why Zach's here otherwise.
Yeah.
At all.
It's for my good looks. I'm not supposed to laugh at it.
Hey, Micah. That guy's come around our way a couple times.
Yeah, he has.
Boom. D2 175. Liam's always had some decent matches against him, but Liam comes out ahead.
Yeah.
Griffin Marco. This is interesting here. I think Griffin Marco has a chance to win it.
Yeah. I mean,
nothing against Micah. I've just seen Griffin wrestle a couple times. I think he looks pretty good. Trepanier, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But this is to me, this bracket here, especially in this division, it's not. I mean, look at where Porter is. Klotz 21-11.
Yeah.
Right.
I have no clue why he got the 4 seed.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the type of thing they're talking about.
Yeah.
This
is one of the ones that's really bad. There's 4 people that I could see just looking at the screen right now that should be above him.
Right.
So
I
I don't know.
we'll see how this pans out here.
Yeah. I think this is one where they kind of put a little too much weight on a sectional champ.
Sure.
In a weak sectional.
Sure. Yep. I mean, the final I see up here.
Yeah.
Marco Cocteau. So, I'm pulling for Marco on this one. Micah, and you're a good wrestler. It's just I just seen Marco wrestle. I think he's a little.
Yeah,
he's got the edge.
I think Marco and Espen Sweers will be a good match in the semis, but
yeah. I think Marco beats him.
Yeah,
I do. So this is just some different placements of guys.
Yeah.
Blaschke 22-11, and he's 21-11. You're like,
right?
Okay.
Yeah, like I said,
just weird.
Some of them are just really head scratchers. Like I would love for somebody to sit down and explain that one, because that one's like
it's different.
Yeah,
it's different. Okay. All right. So that's D2 175. We're going to move on from there. We are going to go to 190. D2 190. Let's see that. Burling, I think he's got a chance to make some noise. Max Mathias is going to win
it. Yeah.
I'm not even swaying from that one.
Right.
I
mean, he's beat Ben like 4 times already this year, I think.
Yeah. I think it'll be Keembaum in the finals. Now, I watched a couple of Sawyer's matches.
Yeah.
From this year, and I don't know. I mean, if it's the size change, because he's gotten up a couple.
57 this year. Yeah.
So that's probably the difficulty here, because 190 is it's big dudes, right?
Yeah.
Like it's no joke. So it takes a minute, and he's only Sawyer's a junior. Junior. I think it's going to be a Keembaum Mathias final.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think Sawyer has a problem with Swenson in the quarters.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree there. Yep.
I don't know why that says 81. He's only 39-8. That Jackson Smith doesn't have 81 losses. That'd be illegal.
So, whatever. We started a half hour late.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's ridiculous. So this one's pretty cut and dried to me. Owen Burling, I think, has a chance to come through and make some noise. I think he could beat Gillen.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a good one too.
But that's going to be a good match. So let's see. We'll see. I think Burling's going to end once he sees Keembaum.
Yeah.
So, but pulling for Burling.
Yeah, we saw that Belleville kid at Badger. He was a big boy for 190. Yeah, that'll be it. I mean, obviously he's got Max in the quarter, so that sucks for him. But
yeah. Yep.
So maybe he could come back and get 5th.
Is that Trey?
Yeah.
Really, with the I in the end?
Yeah.
Or did you spell it wrong?
No, that's how you spell
it. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Let's make a try. I started late.
Yeah.
I'm not even prepared. Okay, so D2 190, that's good. But we have fluctuated from viewers quite a bit. So.
Oh, well, it's 10 o'clock.
That's right. And we're just hitting D1 in a minute.
Yeah, well, they can go and look at it later.
Yeah, they'll have to. They could tune in. It's kind of sad they're not. Dude, I'm going to kill Eyes Gang all day.
Yeah?
I don't know, man. Just this is a D2 215, folks. How do you beat them? How have guys, they haven't beat him.
Yeah, they haven't beat him this year.
But he's so...
Yeah.
It's insane. He has to duck through doorways, people.
Yeah.
It's not normal how tall he is. I want to know, why the basketball coach couldn't retain that kid.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want him to.
No.
But I want to know what the hell happened that he was like, basketball?
Yeah.
Nah. Holy cow.
Yeah.
But I'm Wise getting all day. Blake, give him a good shot. I'd love to see it. I think Preston could be a kid that does come through still and make some noise here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I see him. I see him coming through and make it to the semis.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and
then there's Kale.
Yeah. Same with Vanderheiden. I could see him making the semis, and I think this is
correct.
I don't know. Is this his first time down the state?
Henry?
Yeah, he's had some loaded brackets.
Oh yeah.
No, he qualified in 2023. So. Yeah, but so second time, but still,
yeah.
Like last year, he didn't because his bracket, his section was ridiculous.
If there's anyone that I think could beat the number one guy, it's him.
Yeah, other than Kale.
Huh?
Other than Kale.
Correct.
Yeah.
Kale for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about your ranking.
Yeah.
I think Henry has a solid chance of making it to the finals.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, he's definitely tactical enough to deal with theory.
That'll be a close match.
Yeah.
That'll be like a 3-1.
Yeah.
Or 4-1 kind of thing, you know.
Right.
Damn, that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Have to watch that.
Yeah.
So the rest of the guys here. Krieger, I talked about him.
Ross Chris coming up from 90, trying to.
Really?
Yeah, he was 90 most of the year.
Oof.
I don't know if he was making room for his brother or what, but
yeah,
his brother was the 90-pounder after he left. So
D2 215. It'll be interesting. This will be a good one to watch, folks.
Yeah.
There could be some seeds that go higher than what they're seeded here.
Yeah.
So watch that. Watch that for sure. Okay, D2 215. We out. 285.
Yeah, that sounds pretty easy.
What? Nah. All right, D2 285 on top. Hunter Vanderheiden. That's who I'm picking too.
Yeah.
Dalton Wolf. I don't let that record.
Oh yeah. He's very dangerous for a heavyweight. I think it was 8-7 with Nehemiah.
There's one. That's the one dude that I could see making it to the finals.
Yeah.
Hold on before I speak too. Yes.
Yeah, Brockman. He could beat Brockman.
I think so too. There's a Fenimore guy that I could definitely see giving people a middle finger at the end of the weekend. You know, eat it. So this will be an all right one, but this looks pretty cut and dried to me.
Yeah.
I think the seeding is good, but Hunter's going to win it. Dalton's my guy to kind of break through to do something. So, great. That's D2 285, folks. Yeah. Drum roll, please. You don't have to do drum.
I was going to say, I'm not very good at that.
Don't. D1.
Right, now everybody come back on. No,
yeah, okay, everybody. We're on D1. Tell everybody we're on D1.
I'm joking.
Tell them all. 106. Look at my guy at number 1. So, the reason why I know a lot of these kids, folks, is because, number 1, I had a dual team that I took kids around the country. Not every single kid, obviously, that I know was on that team. But a lot of them were. Cam was one of them that was on it, like, every single time, right? He was one of the guys that was always, anytime we're like, hey, we're heading to a tournament, his dad was just like, yeah, let's go. There are actually him and a couple of the other dads that always came along were the ones that kind of helped come up with the team Wisconsin Iron, because they actually had done it. They had when they went to that Iron Sharpens Iron. Yeah, they went down as Wisconsin Iron. They just never they weren't a dual team.
Oh, okay.
I was like, no way, that's too good of a name not use.
Yeah,
you know, that's awesome. So Cam was always on there. Cam's winning it.
Oh, okay.
I don't care what you think, say, feel, or want to say about anyone else.
Yeah.
Nice to see Evan Leslie Young wrestling again. Mm-hmm. Took a little bit of a break. Was playing baseball. Wearing a shoulder brace, so obviously there's some injuries involved there. But hopefully that doesn't. He's able to get through. Is this his? It's not his senior year. It's a junior year.
Sophomore.
Sophomore?
Yeah, he was only out 1 year.
Dang, it's right.
Yeah.
He is that young. Okay. Good to see him in it. I mean, maybe Torres will give Rugg a good fight, but I just don't see it.
Torres is making out of that quarter.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah, Falk's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whoever wins between Falk and Schroeder probably beats whoever wins between Torres. I could see Torres losing to Westmore. Like, I think he's the worst 2 seed in this whole tournament.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
not to rip on a kid, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, he was a state qualifier, and by the rules,
I've never seen Schrader wrestle, so
yeah, he's decent. He was really close with Rex and
Rex Helms.
No, Rex. No, he hasn't wrestled this year. I don't know where he is, but Rex Lancaster.
Okay.
And the Hail Toomey guy from Reedsburg.
Okay.
Or it might have been just Hail Toomey. He's only wrestled Hail Toomey.
Jackson Freeman.
He had a great weekend last weekend.
He did. It would be good to see him kind of pop through. I mean,
he's already beat Anthony once this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Handily?
I think it was 9-6.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm not sure if that's the right score or not, but I'm pretty sure.
So this will be interesting. There's Rex right there.
Yeah.
This will be an interesting bracket. Cam's winning it, but the rest of these battles here are going to be pretty good. I mean, you're talking about some fairly closely ranked guys that are also, seated fairly decently, except for the bottom here.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. But yeah, this will be some decent battles. So this will be a good bracket. I'm going to say congratulations, Cam Rugg, on winning it.
Yeah.
So there you go. State champ. And that was the other thing, too. It's like that group of people were the people we went to high school state when they were in grade school.
Right, yeah.
School, it's like, well, it's another, to me, it's another lock. I'm going to say it. The Shemin.
You think he's a lock?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure do.
I'm going.
I've given him the lock before, and when he was young, and I've lost that lock, but I'm giving it to him again.
I'm going with the 2 seed.
Okay. It could. Totally could happen. Trader Curtin is that good. Not going to say it would never happen, but
Trader's already beat him this year.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if that is the final, then I think that Trainer would get it. But I'm not saying that Dushman even makes the final. The
only one that I see Jenkins having possible issues with is Gavin Walters.
Yeah, that'd be a good match.
Correct.
Yeah,
he's going to give Jenkins some struggles. I definitely, obviously, pulling for the Kakana guy.
Yeah.
Let's not get twisted.
Oh no,
I know you know. Okay. I'm just telling him. I'm telling these folks. Don't get twisted. I'm still pushing for Jenkins, but that one's going to give him. That was going to give him some fun right there. I think Jenkins makes it to the semis with Will. That's going to be a tough one, right? Because is he texting you again?
No.
Oh,
no, that was
the. I could see.
Oh, did you? I just see that name, that Knox.
Yep.
Did you see that ruling about Anthony Knox not being able to participate in state this weekend?
Was that because of his dad starting that fight?
Because of his. Yeah, but he jumped into it.
I didn't see. I couldn't tell everything from a distance. I think it was the video I saw was like.
Yeah, Anthony Knox jumped in.
Really?
Yeah. So can't be a 4-timer in New Jersey, which is crazy for a 4-timer in New Jersey. Like.
Right. Yeah.
One division, So.
All for fighting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man. Here's the thing. Okay. I see Jenkins taking. I see him in the 3rd to 4th place match. Right. I can see him there.
Okay.
I see him there with a Zahn Beal. Zahn is tough.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. This isn't pick the podium champion picks her and might sweep all 4 divisions. Pick the podium. Yeah, okay. Good job, T.
That's my thing.
Yeah, whatever. Zahn Beal, very tough. I'm not counting him out of anything. I do see him and Will being in the finals, right? But I see. I think that's all I see right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of. There's definite I don't see Jenkins beating Trainer Curtin if something goes weird there. Shemin. So that's why I'm kind of getting Jenkins in the 4th place spot,
right?
Because I think he winds up in the match.
I think Jenkins lost to Curtin last time they went to state. Oh, when was he was a sophomore? I think it was 2-0.
Was it?
Yeah. So
that's not that bad, right?
No.
So that's where it's kind of like I see him.
I can't remember if that was. I'm pretty sure that was
trying to put Jenkins in the finals, but I can't see a path to the finals for him. I haven't. The other issue is I've never seen him wrestle Beal.
Yeah, I haven't either. No.
So that's kind of where I get caught up in the rest of it. But I put Beal in the finals.
Pretty sure Beal has beaten Rugg before. And Rugg, I'm not saying Rugg's in this, but I'm just saying Rugg is beaten.
Rugg and Duchemin kind of go back and forth. Well, they used to.
I was going to say they didn't last year. I think Duchemin won all 5 of them.
Really?
Yeah. But it was close. It was like 2-1, 3-1, lot.
Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think it ever went back and forth. I think it was all been Duchemin.
Has it?
I think, as far as I know. I don't know about younger years. Like I don't have as much history as you do.
Could be what I have in my head. One time, whatever. But that'll be interesting. I just think I'm just trying to figure. I see the rest of these guys kind of battling for like the 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th kind of thing, and I see him in the 3rd to 4th matches, things like that. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Yeah, like I said, I was not going to pick on this one. I'm not going to pick with Pipana guys.
Do you want 113? Let's see.
I know. You can call me whatever you want.
Do you want 113? Now we're going to go to 120. And we all know who's there. All right, so there we go.
That was another one that Nathan Henderson, that's a horrible draw.
It will be Baston D. Piazza in the finals.
Yeah.
You can mark that down and put it in your pocket because that's what's happening. I'm not calling who's winning it on that one because that one's going to be too close and Bast is on his way out, so I'm sure he wants to win it as much as possible. Owen Becker, also good. I don't know much about Parrish. Then there's the George Hamilton. The George Hamilton.
Yeah.
The George Hamilton.
He's had some pretty decent ones this year, actually.
Yes. Landon Freeman. Landon Freeman is my one to pick to come out of there. I don't think he beats Andy, though, again.
Yeah, I mean,
ever.
It's got worse every time he's wrestling.
So
7-1 and 12-2 or something.
Landon, someone I see in the 3rd to 4th place match.
Can't be.
Stop doing that to me.
Well, it's new, so
I know. I didn't look at it right.
Yeah.
I see 5th. I don't see him losing the 5th or 6th place match.
No.
And I see it against Aiden Slam, and I think he beats him.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
Yeah.
Weirders happen. And they're like, you're telling me he's going to lose to so-and-so and so-and-so? Maybe.
Yeah.
I think so.
The one thing that I was, who was it? The Wilmot Union kid, Thiago, not making it.
No, yeah.
It's crazy.
And I think that was the argument about people with the sectionals. Guys making it through that.
Right.
Sometimes it gets a little too deep for me to sit there and contemplate because I didn't put that much thought into it in the first place.
Yeah.
What are you bitching about?
All right.
Just show up and wrestle.
Yeah.
There was it's way more complicated than that. Okay. I can't forget Wathke, I guess.
Yeah.
It
was a good match with Andy at Pulaski.
It was, but I just don't think he's going to beat Andy.
No.
All right. That's it for that. We're going to close you guys out at 120. We are going to go over to 126. 2-6er. Anybody who's been sticking with us, like Teague and all those guys, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. We like to do this every year. Just like we are going to do the Athlete of the Year or Wrestler of the Year, male and female together. So we wanted to get this done and show you guys some graphics versus rankings versus seeds and kind of get an idea of where this stuff all kind of winds up. So it makes sense. So this is going to get interesting.
I'm going with hay.
This is going to get interesting. This is a good bracket, folks.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the order you think it should be as far as 1 and 2.
No.
But it is what it is. Yeah. He's beat Carson, hasn't he?
I don't know if they wrestled.
I think it was outside the season, though. Okay. I could be wrong. Newbert will correct me. I heard you on a show. You didn't beat him. So I could be wrong, folks.
Right.
It's fine. Yeah.
I mean, Hayhurst's slump will be an awesome semi.
That will be. I'm
even Aspen. I mean, Aspen.
I'm interested to see the Schlumpf Ari match.
Yeah, these are all like, and then the bottom half of the top, the Sternweiss Flater first round. Like,
yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
right. Wow.
Yeah. Well, Sternweiss placed as a freshman, didn't place last year, so
yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Trips in the mix.
Yeah, I mean Aspen making his first of many state finals trips probably.
Trits and Hay should be interesting, but I think he's gonna.
Yeah, I think the senior versus freshman, you know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean I think Max gets it done.
Yeah, for sure. I agree there. Carson's got a good shot.
Yeah, I mean
just
obviously.
I think just the how dynamic Maximus can be, like he just sometimes when he just lets it fly, right?
Yeah.
He's unpredictable.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Carson is very dynamic as well, but sometimes you can see some stuff coming, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like Max just throws it like out.
Right.
Yeah, I'll try it. You know? I mean, he stays a little more controlled in some of the tighter matches, so maybe we won't see that as much with Carson.
Yeah.
You know, when he's wrestling him, because that's going to be a good match.
Yeah.
Good luck to Alois as well. Pushing for you. You've got definitely tough bracket. But you've beaten, tough guys before. So
right.
Good luck there. I'm definitely interested to see Alois versus Aiden though. So make it happen. I just don't see Esser beating Ari. I don't see that happening.
No.
Braden Borson, man.
Yeah.
That was another kid that was kind of a regular in the dual team. Good to see him make it to state, dude.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore, I think.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. 34-11. Right on. Congrats, Braden.
The weird thing is, like, I don't even know if he makes the varsity lineup if it hadn't been for Barley getting hurt, because Barley was hurt the very first match of the year.
Really?
Yeah, and Barley's pretty good. And, like, Franklin's pretty good from 38 to 26. So I don't even know if he would have made it if it hadn't been for that. So, like, that's just making the best of your opportunities, you know?
I could actually show these guys the bracket. I didn't have it up.
Oh, you didn't?
No. Did I have it up before? You've been letting me know if I had it up.
Yeah, that time.
But this is what it looks like, folks. We're picking Maximus Hay to win it. But there's good matches in here. Aiden Ari. You got Lincoln Flater and Sternweiss. And, even I guess even like a Fahey like Sharp match would be kind of cool, like to see that happen. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
These guys are all going to throw down, and all these records are pretty good from all these guys here.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, Braden Borson, it's cool to see him, finally make it through, because I know I haven't heard much from him in the high school scene. So good for him. So that is D1 126. Moving out of here. It's 132. Getting there, folks.
Yeah, this is one guy only.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Liam's gonna.
Yeah, it's Liam Neitzel. Yeah.
He's been on tear this year. Like
he's got it. I would like to see Zelensky in the semifinals with a Micah Beckett.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna happen.
Who's the three there? And 3 seed. Okay, that's all.
I see that.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good match though.
Yes, Lisa Zelensky will be a good match to top it off with the Zelensky versus Beckett match.
Yeah.
Maybe I see Botting getting the 3rd, 4th place match. Maybe.
Yeah. Oberg's pretty tough. We saw him at
correct
Manly duels.
Yep. Well, otherwise, I could see him doing 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
I don't think he beats his seed.
Yeah, 4th is probably.
But your rankings,
yeah,
right there with the seed. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this will play out the way that you see it. I think for the most part. I just don't see, like I said, Body possibly 3rd, 4th, but most likely 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
Beckett, I think the Zelensky, I think, is more of a 3rd, 4th possibility. But I want to see him make it to the semis here for sure.
So you think Beckett making back to the finals? He made it to the finals, correct?
Once? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
think so too.
Pretty sure last year.
No, it wasn't last year.
No? Oh.
Let me see. He got second at
Did he?
03.
Okay.
Yeah. Or 23. Sorry, not 03.
Yeah.
Be a little bit aged out. 23.
But that'd be nice. Zelensky back at semifinal.
Yeah.
See that? Then I think Beckett will make it, but I think Zelensky will give him a run for his money. So okay. So D1 132, that's done. Liam Neitzel, we know is going to win it.
Yeah.
So we don't even need to try and pander there.
No. He's been South Dakota State got a good
killing it.
Diamond in the rough there, I believe.
And him and Herm?
Yeah.
Going there together?
Yeah.
All right. The great George Jones.
Not that nobody knew who Neitzel was. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
Saying, I think he could pan out to be a lot better in his recruiting ranking.
Yep. So this would be interesting too. Auburn's winning it. I already picked that on Teague's show. Auburn's winning it.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
He's already lost to Bobsey.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
We get to see Eddie and Carter again. That was pretty one-sided at sectional, but
that'd be a good match.
Yeah, maybe we can see some adjustments made by Edwin.
Yep, for sure. I love Eddie.
Yeah,
good family. George Jones. Yeah, I see you making it to the semis. I don't see you beating Bob. You could.
Yeah, I mean, him and Newville will probably be a good one, though.
Who?
Huh? George Jones.
Oh, yeah.
In the quarter.
Yep.
And Jaden Yock, he came out of nowhere. He was 150 for most of the year, got hurt at Cheesehead, and then I thought he was done for the year. And,
he was 150?
Yeah, he was 150 at Cheesehead.
Wow. I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, well, he couldn't be 44. He's got a pretty decent guy there. So he probably Colin one
138.
Yeah, he was 50 at Cheesehead and did pretty respectable at 50. I think he got 10.
And he's decided to go away.
Yeah, I thought he was hurt, and then all of a sudden I see him at a tournament at 38. I was like, whoa.
Carter Freeman, senior.
Yeah.
No, I don't see Eddie losing to him
again.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I
don't even remember. Did he get put to his back? And was it a 7-point play?
I think you could be right on that.
I was at least 6. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, as much as it's Carter's senior year, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Eddie's?
Yeah,
Eddie's
Eddie's senior.
It's his senior year too. Well, that'll be a battle.
He only made it
again. Another kid.
Yeah.
That's a year older than Liam.
Yeah.
Okay.
He only made it the one time. That's crazy. This is the second time he's made it.
Yeah.
As good as he's been.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he can pull off the Freeman match.
Yeah,
I think he can.
Yeah, I think he gets Auburg, though.
Yeah, Auburn's winning, for sure. Yep, that's Auburg all the way.
I think I'm going to go with Bob Zien.
You go right ahead.
Yeah.
Just because his brother's at Madison doesn't mean nothing.
That's really why I'm picking. Big Badgers fan.
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gaining traction every week. All right. So that's D1 138, Kate Auburg. You can put that in the bank. Whatever Zach's pick is.
Yeah.
Didn't even remember what it is anymore.
It's Bobsey.
No, you didn't pick Auburg? That's
no.
All right. D1 138, out of here. We are to 157.
See, that's another one that really Bobsey shouldn't be the 2 seed unless he's just beat everybody, and because he'd have to have wins over a lot of people. And maybe he does. Maybe let me look. But I
was kidding, folks. It's not 157. It's 144.
No.
So, are you looking something up?
I'm just looking at Bobsey's wins real fast.
Look it up.
He beat George Jones. He beat Edwin Schroeder. He beat Auburg. But that would only be 3. I mean, I guess those guys have wins over people that he would have got points for too. But it's just he doesn't have any other results because he wasn't here. And he was for varsity because he was at Poway. So he had his career record 75-15. So it's
Yeah, right.
And 37 of those were this year. So he was, he was 38-13 coming in this year. So it was
wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
I guess when you're on Poway, that's
right,
a pretty decent team.
Pretty decent.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Right.
Tristan North, I like. I don't like his seed though, but I can see why. You got Blakely, you got Kellen, Torin, Javolinsky. That's crazy that he's not even ranked.
Who?
Javolinsky. Jablonski. I say Javolinsky. I don't know why I say Javolinsky.
Yeah.
I think he's better than him.
Yes. Dumbass ranker, probably.
Gamish. I've heard a bunch about him. I haven't been able to see him wrestle. Obviously, his record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the final.
He wrestled Winans, I believe it might have been 3 years ago when he was a freshman, though. So.
I'm not going to retain that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I remember that at all.
I can.
How did it turn out?
We put it on him pretty bad, but I think it was a junior versus a freshman, so
was that
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, obviously he's put on some weight since then.
A little.
Because that was when we were at.
He was like 132.
I think we were at 20 that year.
120?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I remember he did do a bunch of cutting that year.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, but Deacon
Trotzer, Shepard. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
This will definitely be a good one. I think a lot of the guys they're seated much higher, not number 1 or 2, but the other higher, had their work cut out for them. But I think this is actually seated right.
Yeah, I mean
it's pretty accurate.
When it was funny because I saw Blakely weight at Pulaski.
Mm-hmm.
He was 141.5 or something,
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, he's going down. So I just put him down at 38. And I figured that's where he's going. I mean, he was already 41, And then I put him at 38, and he was ranked 9th. And I was like, oh man, I don't know if he'd want to do that. And then the next week I saw him at 44, and then I saw him at 44 for regionals. So that's probably a good move.
Yeah.
Let's just follow Kellen and try and get as high as you can.
Right. Well, and that's obviously the whole goal for everybody in this bracket. So
yeah.
It could be Blakely in the finals, but it's again.
Yeah, Camish and Lauer will be a good one.
Yeah. Shepard and Trotzer will be good.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
And then the winner gets North. That'd be.
Yeah. That'd definitely be either a shocker or no shocker.
You're right.
Kind of thing. So, cool. All right.
Yeah.
So that is D1 144, everybody. Now to 150. This is a bracket that you're not guessing it.
No. I'll tell you about results and stuff. Skiba's lost twice, I can tell you that.
What? No way.
Lost twice.
All right. So
is it Skiba?
It's Skiba.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just going back to the original podcast we had.
Heard me this time. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, the first one we ever did. You recall that? See,
I do.
There you go.
Because that shit matters in my head of holding things. So yeah, Peyton. I see this a win. I see Peyton making it out of here. It got close.
Mm-hmm.
It was close. 4-1.
Definitely was closer. Not the butt kick when we took the first 2 times.
No. It was that, and he was wasn't he in on shots more on that one?
Yeah, Peyton was.
Yeah, for sure.
He had his leg up 3 or 4 times. Couldn't finish. It's this long.
Sorry, Nolan. I'm pulling for Peyton on this one, bro. It's just getting too close. I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith in him. He's gonna punch me when he sees me. His dad will too. I'm calling a Lee McDowell final. Yeah. Eli's good, right? Don't get me wrong about that, but who are his losses to?
pinned McDowell last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did you see the video? Was it a freak accident?
I did not see it.
No. That matters in this one.
Yeah, no.
You know?
I mean, Revenue has that headlock, you know.
I know.
He's dangerous, though.
It kind of matters here.
He lost to Skull. Shit, he lost to Skulls twice. 4-5 and
it was just Skulls?
4-5 and 4-6. Yeah.
Maybe we see a Lee Rabideau final.
Yeah.
Huh?
That'd be pretty crazy.
Okay, Nolan, you're not out of it. I'm just saying. You kept it kind of close in this last one with Peyton, so I'm pulling Peyton.
You gave him some hope.
Just because, yeah.
He had him buried the first 2 matches. Like, if you had told me that was ever going to happen.
Like, man, you're making it too, like, yeah. Watch it doesn't happen, but.
Right. I mean, you got to make the pick, right?
Lee Rabideau. That's in the finals. And then I say that Nolan takes third.
I'd be very happy with that.
Tim McDowell. Him and McDowell will battle it out in third and fourth. And then Gage Gross will be in fifth, sixth. Along with Cam Finch.
That's nice.
That's it. That's all I got. That's as far as I can go. That's as deep a dive as I can go on that one. The rest of it's all, otherwise the rest of these guys are going to be fairly close. But yeah, no, it's a good bracket. Again, I'm picking Lee. Yeah. It's his senior year, man. He's getting looks at colleges and stuff like that. So it's like put it to bed, man. Show him what it's all about. That's 150. I think that's going to be a great bracket as well.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out. 165, that's Herm all day. 157.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to say Declan's got this locked in. Yeah. He obviously he's 48. No, I'm not stupid. But I've seen crazier shit happen with that kid.
Yeah, I think both of Dummer's losses are to Declan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Were they techs? Declan's not much of a pinner. He does pin, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna check real fast. It's 3-2 and 7-1. So.
See, not a lock.
Yeah, but
hasn't beaten him yet. But
Dummer also teched Cage Westman.
Really?
Just so you know.
Man,
your boy.
My boy. And we got Caleb Katie down here. Devin Johnson making it through. See that? Yeah. That was crazy. Good job to him. Did Doomer never wrestled Katie, huh?
No.
Never at all?
No.
Well, that's right. Katie was up at 165 for him when he dropped down to this.
Yeah. And he's missed some of the season too. So.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Injury?
I think so.
In the knee or something?
Or maybe it was coming down and he just didn't want to weigh in,
Maybe. Could be.
Keep him weight.
Not going to say no to Declan winning it, but I'm not going to say it's a lock.
Right.
Not with some of these guys in here.
I'm going with Katie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think if Katie does his homework, he can beat Declan. Yeah. For sure. Declan likes to work from not shooting.
Right.
He likes to work in crackdown.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to make you make mistakes. Declan is not an offensive wrestler.
Right.
Counter-offensive, right?
Yeah.
Like that way. I've seen him shoot. Don't get me wrong. Like he shoots with leg, but that's not his forte. Like he doesn't. It's not his thing.
Yeah.
Just hasn't done it forever. He hasn't done it since he was a kid. So, if Katie can figure out a way around crackdowns and be quick about takedowns, you got to be quick with them.
Right.
Once Declan does catch you off guard, like you haven't caught him, forget about it. He'll figure out a way around it, right?
Yeah, that's what Wyatt was good when he was a freshman, doing like getting him up in the air and not letting him.
That was Barnett too.
Yeah.
Barnett was another guy that didn't waste a lot of time shooting. He let everybody else shoot. So just taking a page from him, except he's just not a Hortonville now.
Right.
Cole got a solid chance. I would say for fifth. It's hard with some of these top guys. If they do get knocked off, I just see him having a hard time with a bunch of these guys because
you're saying Bartline, not
Bartline. Yes, Cole Bart, not Doomer.
Okay,
No, not Doomer. borderline. It's hard to say with some of these guys that can make it through.
Yeah.
Devin Johnson, would love to see him make his seed, if not higher. Not seed, but his rank, if not higher. Make eighth, make the podium, dude. Be that freshman that makes the podium. See what happens. But this will get interesting. This will get more interesting towards the second and third rounds.
Yeah. Well, that's a tough first round, but I could see him definitely going through the backside.
For who?
For Devin.
Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't win. I'm just saying
right.
It's not ideal, but he's definitely got a shot.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. For sure. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
That was the one that when you were watching did you watch the seed reveal when that Joe Miller was talking about Xanton being undefeated, coming to state twice and being the 5th seed both times?
Oh,
he's just like, what's he got to do to get in the top 4? I was like, well, maybe not being
that is
bracket
crazy,
full of studs, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy. Though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, both years he's been undefeated coming to state and not even top 4 seed.
Oh. What's he gonna do?
Yeah, get a tougher schedule.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe I could learn how to spell the school's name then.
We'll cut that out right there. It's not going to show you that. All right, so that's D1 157. Now we're over to 160. Almost done, folks. We're on 3 hours.
That's nice.
Not too shabby. Sitting at fucking 10 o'clock. All right. So, this one's a lock. These guys start beating them. It's not happening. DeGroot, I would like to see him be a little more offensive with them. I mean, the shots, he did take some shots on him, right? It seemed like they're a little far out. Because don't get me wrong, you don't want the head in the hole. You know? So, I get it. But it's a tough draw for Colin on that one. Obviously, he'll get the win on the first one. But
this was another one that baffled me. Like, I know we weren't a sectional champ, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how does Tucker Athey, who has no... I mean, he lost to a guy we beat at Pulaski.
Yeah.
Like, how's he get the 7 seed and we get the 8? Like,
it's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, we beat a kid that he beat. He was a sectional champion. That's the only thing he's got on us. Like, he's got a little bit better record, barely.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Probably like 0.05 better, you know.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just nuts. I don't get that one. And we were a state qualifier last year, so you think we would. I mean, not that I'm saying I want Sullivan over Herm, but maybe we've seen both those guys. That's like 5 of his losses are Sullivan and Herm. So.
That'll probably most likely be our final. Will be Sullivan
and Herm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I could see Kidder take a 3rd.
I thought we'd see Sullivan come down to 57.
Think so?
I thought it was going to happen, but it obviously didn't. But...
Some can't be swayed, I guess.
Right.
Huh?
No, I'm going to try to sway him.
Well, Liam ran to 175.
Oh, yeah.
You know, according to certain people.
Yeah. I don't know. They must not know Liam. He doesn't run anywhere.
At all. Like, folks, he doesn't run. Can you tell halfway through the 3rd period? Have you watched it all? He's getting better. Yeah. He's getting better. I know he's been doing some stuff. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, dude. But Jacob's got this locked up. Like I said, in my eyes. Ramos, the seating in here is weird in a couple spots, but the rest of them kind of match up.
Yeah.
You know, so this will be a good one. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think even some of the, like the number 14 stuff, those guys I doubt will make a podium.
Right.
I think Colin will, as long as he keeps his mind through it all the way through. Right. Like not just like, oh, I got here. You know, kind of because it's going to be tough. I mean, you have Jacob Herm.
Yeah.
Your second match, right? Like you've already wrestled. Yeah, you've wrestled how many times now?
Yeah.
So that's that, and I understand where people do complain about that, especially with the conference tournament.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? Give us a break.
Yeah.
Like something in between, you know,
right.
something else. But So this is pretty self-explanatory, like I said. We'll get out of this. But D1 165. There we go. And we go over to 175. So there's this. Liam's number 1, right? And then you got the 3, the 2, and then he's number 5. Oh,
yeah, he lost to Schneider.
You're correct, and that's all. So you have all those 3 guys over on this side that'll have to battle it out.
Yeah,
those honestly, those are going to be the toughest guys on that side, right? I mean, Eli beat Denny.
Yeah,
which
8-6, right?
No disrespect to Leonard, I still kind of like how what's going on, right? Like it's not that I don't think Leonard could beat someone of that caliber. I just didn't expect him to beat Denny, right? Yeah. And it took him down twice.
Yeah,
you know, he did it. Did it the right way. You know, he grounded out, especially on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is pretty much going to go kind of the way of if Eli can beat Denny again, and it's doable, right?
Right.
I
mean, I think that Denny Guerrero match will be interesting.
That one's going to be the most interesting, I think, of the whole.
Yeah, because Guerrero's just so lanky, man.
Lanky, and I can't imagine he's gotten worse.
Right.
Over the year.
We saw him at Super 32. He was doing pretty well.
Right. Right. Exactly. So everybody wonders why did Leonard get the 2 seed? He's undefeated. Well, he also lost to Liam last year at state.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what happens.
Right.
But Denny, like we said, Denny lost to Leonard. Isaiah, did Guerrero lose to? You said he lost to Leonard at was that by state?
Was that? He lost to Schneider. I don't know if he's lost.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Let me make sure where his other losses. His other loss was probably at Tennessee. Yeah, he lost to the number 1 guy in Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
At the Tennessee tournament that they go to.
Okay.
So
gotcha. So Guerrero not
7
either.
Yeah, 7-5 with Schneider.
Okay. Okay. Liam's gonna win it. Sorry, I'm just gonna be biased here.
Right.
I mean, he's pretty gung ho and he's pretty fired up about people saying that he runs and all this other stuff. So he feels like he's got some proof. And some people don't like it and stuff. Shit. So we haven't.
I saw him with a chip on his shoulder last year. It's pretty cool to see. So.
Right. So there's been a lot of speculation about. You're right.
Yeah, sorry.
Like his attitude and stuff. He gets pumped up Matt's side, and that's just how he is.
Yeah.
But he also does like to go and help like the kids.
Oh yeah.
And he likes to help the middle schoolers. He likes to do all that stuff. So people don't see that side of him, which is fine. We don't, need to post all that stuff out. And I have post losses of his and wins of his, and now it's at the point of where I don't feel like posting shit when he loses.
Yeah.
Like it's not good sometimes for their mental ability when they see that shit.
Right.
But we can always say that they struggle, right? And there's matches he struggled with. There's matches that even when he won, he struggled with. And I know that, he gets upset when he, like either wins by so much or thought he could have gotten another takedown, things like that. But, people take it as like an attitude on the mat. 9 chances out of 10, he's getting angry because he's not getting what he wanted. He's trying to figure something out. So, Caleb, I think Caleb's going to have a good career coming to college because he's going to be able to get his hands on some guys that are going to be able to bring him to that next level.
Yeah.
Hopefully in Madison.
Right. I
think though, I just don't know if he pulls off another win against Leonard. Though,
Yeah.
The thing that confuses me too is like because I get stuck on this visual thing when you see someone. Like when you see a guy like Caleb, he's put together pretty well, right? Yeah. And that's kind of, I did the same thing when I was in high school when I'd see someone that was like more built than I was, like, shit. Yeah. Here we go. I'm getting spanked again, right?
Tell me about it. I was a fat kid.
Yeah. So when you see a guy like Caleb, you think he's going to be, so much more physical and harder to take down. Denny also, wrestles a higher pace now, so to see that bi-state loss was like, holy crap. So it's kudos to Leonard for putting it on him. But I was a little surprised when I first saw it. But Brady Stammer is always a guy that likes to keep things close with most guys, so it'll be interesting to see how he.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like that. 3 of those guys were 3 of the 4 that Liam wrestled last year.
At State?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Brady, Isaiah, and
Yep.
and Caleb all in the same quarter.
Yeah, and now he's all on the opposite side.
Yeah, everybody wrestled last year is all on the opposite side.
Yeah, go over there.
Yeah,
that's it. But Elijah Terrell, he's always one that's put it on guys. He's gotten a lot better over the year too. But it's hard to pick against Liam in this. So
yeah.
I think the seeds play out. It's just odd having these guys on the side. They're all on that one side. But I do think the seeds kind of play out that way just because that side's so difficult. These guys aren't easy to beat. Like, they're not just because someone wins over them doesn't mean that they're easy.
Yeah.
Leonard's proven that, and Ryland's proven that too. And that's another thing too, is like Liam's gonna wind up wrestling him and like wrestle.
Yeah.
Like wrestle him this time, man. Like, let it fly. Let it rip.
Yeah.
Don't hold back. Don't do any of that. Let it rip. All these guys should be doing that. Not just Ryland, but all of them should be doing that. If you have your strategies for the moment or whatever in some of the early matches to make it a little further, but man, let it rip.
Yeah.
So that's D1 175. Moving on to 190. It's another one that saddens me.
Oh yeah.
But I'm pulling for Guy. If there's anyone I got to pull for in 190, I'm pulling for Guy. Great kid. Talked to him for a quick second at Cheesehead. It was good to see him get a Cheesehead win too.
Yeah.
So.
The guy he beat in the finals was pretty good. I think he just won state in Illinois.
Oh really?
Yeah, that Nico kid from
DeSalvo or whatever.
No, that's the 106 from Southeast Polk.
I know. I think him and Tritz will be a good semifinal. Yeah, Tritz makes it that far, dude.
Yeah.
What the heck? And I'm not even talking about the Liam match. I'm talking about just the, like, kind of in general. I was expecting he seems a little passive. You know what I'm saying? Like, the offense, like, he's a tough kid, don't get me wrong, but he just seems a little passive. Doesn't seem like he's wrestling to how it sounds like he should be, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see him kind of step up a little bit. Maybe give Guy a run for his money. Do you see any weird seeds here?
Nothing too
really
too bad, really.
Bad. No.
I mean, that Oak Creek kid was pretty decent when Brady wrestled him.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he was beating Brady at that way to come back and win that one.
Yeah, so that could be an interesting quarterfinal.
Yeah. All his losses are to Guy, I'm pretty sure.
Are they?
Yes. Soderberg or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's how you say it.
S. Joburg.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Sorry. Like you said, it just kind of stings a little bit to look at this bracket.
It does.
But Nico wrestled smart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing with him, too. Like, watching him wrestle, it seemed like he had
a game plan.
Well, yeah, gas tank.
Yeah, but he had a game plan, too, because once he got to that third period, he was
had
a little pep in his stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. I mean, you could definitely see it. And he did it I want to say he did it in the match before, too.
Yeah.
No, not the match before, the match after he put it together.
With the tricks.
Yep.
And it was kind of like, how, like, I was just watching the match, obviously, because we wanted to see if we got to wrestle back. And, he lost and he made it to state, and his coaches are over there cheering him on, and he just was, like, pissed. He was like, I don't care, I made it to state. I wanted to win. I was like, oh. He's only a sophomore, right?
I think so,
yeah. I mean, it's just a cool mentality to see, kind of, like.
For sure, yeah.
Anybody else making it to state is a big deal, and he was just like, I was
kind of, it's not enough.
Yeah. I was like, I wanted you to win too. Damn it.
All right, so we're at 215. There's a lock right there at number 1.
Yeah.
You're not taking that one away from him. So that'll be Garrett Kaczynski winning it. And Nelson's had a good run. Another kid I've been able to see kind of grow through the years.
Yeah.
Did some aviator stuff when we would go to Oshkosh West. He was always in there. So it's good to see him get through. This is going to be a tough bracket for most of these guys.
Yeah, they are so equal. Everybody in this
Correct.
bracket except for the first.
Correct.
Like everybody else, I could see almost anybody winning any match.
Yep. There
Like,
could be some upsets here, guys.
Yeah. Like Austin McHugh could pull off and make it the semis. Like he's hard to wrestle. It just stays in good position.
Yep.
Doesn't really do much to get himself out of position though.
Right.
So it's just like, but that works. That works at this weight.
Mason Grow.
Yeah.
Another opportunity there.
Yeah, he just beat Dietrich. Yeah, he beat the guy from Arrowhead.
Dreitrich?
Yeah, Dreitrich. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he beat him at sectionals. That's why Dreitrich's not there.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that was a surprising.
Elminski, it's another one. Epi. I mean, this is going to get really interesting other than these top guys. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than the 15 and 16 seeds, like everybody else is like,
Yep. Wow.
why not me?
Yeah, right. So there you go. Definitely want to watch 215. Again, Garrett Kaczynski is going to win it. Nelson would be nice to see kind of make it a little, but he's got this whole side stuff.
Yeah.
You got Ortegon.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, there you go. All right, 215. One left. Oh. One left.
3.5 hours later. If anybody listened to this whole thing, you can just let me know. I'll send you a shirt or something.
Teague's probably already making a comment.
I don't think you can have my gear though.
Yeah, that's my. You can't even say your name on here.
Yeah.
That's.
It's fine. I get it.
I do too, but it's make someone do that.
Yeah.
Redacted
name. That's so funny.
Nehemiah.
Yeah.
42-5 is the 1 seed. Mackay Rogers. He's lost to Mackay before, hasn't he?
No, he beat him in the only match they've had. But it was.
I thought he had a loss to him.
No, it's the only time he's ever wrestled him was at.
And he beat him.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
So it's 29 Nehemiah.
Well, no, not this year. I'm not saying this year. I'm saying he beat him. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So after Mackay had just placed his freshman year at 195.
That's going to be a tough match for him. I think that'll be the final, but that's going to be a tough match.
Yeah.
I don't doubt Nehemiah.
No.
It's going to be a tough match, so that'll be a good one to watch.
This is a baffling bracket to me.
What's going on here? Tanner Gorman said, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a seeding issue.
Yeah, the way it was explained to me was the 3, 4, and 5 were all tied in points. So the sectional champ came into play. Since Tanner wasn't a sectional champ, he went to the 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then since the other two were tied with both being sectional champs, they went to record, I think was the tiebreaker. So 43 and 5 and
why would record be up on top?
44. Wait, but Medley has a better record. So that doesn't make sense to me either.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
by 1 win.
I guess anything could happen here, folks, because this is shit's just everywhere on this one.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Gormanson's lost to 2 guys in his quarter, too, because he's lost to Ward and he's lost to Medley. So.
MGM. I'll never forget that now that I learned what it was. But, yeah, back to... That's crazy. This is just very odd.
Yeah.
Very, very odd. Number one is the 2. Pardon my French, everybody.
Oh, I never heard you cuss before.
So. Henry Niebauer?
Almost.
A heavyweight?
Yeah, that'd be.
From Parkside?
I'm not sure that he got a 5th year. If he does, then that makes everybody ineligible that wrestles.
I want my gray shirt. No, this is Hey, I'm pulling for Nehemiah. This is a weird bracket.
Mm-hmm.
This is just weird. Yeah, this is definitely not you screwing up. This is seeding screwing up.
Yeah.
Everything.
And the heavyweight, I mean.
Yeah. I always kind of equate it to watch on the mats to see who's more in shape. Really. You know what I'm saying?
Juicy tea.
No. I'll censor duct tape. Put duct tape over the logo. Oh my god.
Well, thank you, T, for staying around.
See, he's getting a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And he'll redact the
There you go. Just blur it out. Just make sure you don't move too fast so it doesn't get in there.
How come when I click on their names, it doesn't take me to their profile?
Because it's not linked. I mean, I can link it next year if you want to.
Ooh!
Yeah, I can link it.
Let's get real fancy, folks. Then we can look at all the dirt.
Yeah, I could do that.
And have only T comment.
Or I could just link it to my website and then it'd be just as good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there you go. Just keep going back and forth from your website to, back and forth. Well, 285, folks. That has been 4 divisions.
Yeah.
Girls, D3, D2, D1.
I think we skipped on the girls last year, so I'm glad we got that in there this year.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. I mean, honestly, I didn't know. Like, did you have rankings like fully going?
Yeah, we just had Steve and Ginrich, so it was kind of like.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of
a
little long for them. They wouldn't have stayed around for this.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's honestly, I don't know that because I think someone's like, oh, you should try having this coach on or whatever. But it's like, I don't know if I want to have a coach on for this because I want to talk about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like someone who's not burdened by wrestling because they're already doing wrestling.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing with you though. Is like you're fucking doing it too, but
yeah, I know.
But you don't have like a real job.
Yeah.
You just
get to play with lists.
Play with lists and Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah.
It was forkless before, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, it was.
Kick that to the curb. But hey, everybody that hung out at 10, well, whatever. I haven't even been watching the count. But we appreciate it. Thank you, Teague, for the Rizzler, the spellings, the just being there, Teague.
Yeah.
Just being there. Appreciate it.
Just like you are for everybody else in the state, right?
That's right. Just like everybody else. I think those guys will probably have something with WIAA
tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Stephen Teague's is tomorrow.
Oh, those guys. Well, yeah.
And then they're doing their state
Wisconsin
show.
Wrestler podcast. I'll say that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they're doing their state show early Thursday morning
with the redacted show.
Yeah,
that they do it with.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, because we won't mention. I think it slipped up before we get censored that too. You can't mention someone's ranking name that I can't mention your name.
Nobody knows about mine.
So Wisconsin Wrestler podcast and Wisconsin Grappler and the Vision Quest podcast.
There we go.
We're the ones that bring you the real information.
That's right.
That's fine. Anyways, so we've enjoyed everybody being here. We're gonna let you go. It's late. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So my family's in bed already.
Yeah.
I got late start, half hour late.
Yeah, we could have been done at 10:30.
10:30, man. We could have had it done already. But I'm gonna find my area here where I gotta hit the button for show intro.
Okay.
Because it's time to go.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's late. So thanks everybody. This will be out tomorrow. I'll put it on podcast form at some point hopefully before 7:30. I don't know. I'll get up in the morning. Maybe I'll load it up. But it's 3 hours long. Take a listen to it. We're out. Bye.
All of our episodes are brought to you by Appleton Tattoo, located at 117 South Appleton Street in Appleton, Wisconsin, right off the main drag on College Avenue. You can't miss them. I've had some work done. I have a Celtic cross that covers my back that was done by Jason. We're not done yet. Jason Winans and crew, the artists that he have there, those guys are the best in the Fox Valley. They are definitely one to go to if it's something that you've just been kind of throwing around. They'll make you feel comfortable. It's a very clean environment, very nice crew, and very willing to get done whatever you need done when you need it done. You can message them on Facebook. I know they're on Facebook. You can give them a call at 920-604-8289 and get in touch with Jason Winans and crew at Appleton Tattoo, located again in Appleton, Wisconsin at 117 South Appleton Street, right in Appleton. Very flexible hours, great crew, clean environment again. I would not send you anywhere else except for these guys. Appleton Tattoo.